Opponents seek the choking hazards. All of you bastards dead, so niggas started walking backwards. Be scared of Pinhead. My essence is beyond scary. Also blowing cold winds of February. Seek some shelter in a hurry. Fuck the huff and puff. Glance at a house down. Destroying cities and nations and high populated towns. Warning, don't get too close to this issue. Graphics have violent scenes in nature that'll tear your eye tissue. Despite streets, you survive the darkest pit. But when I came out the fucking bitch, you said, oh shit, the lyricist. It's the homicide, causing mystery like a fog. Roll mad niggas like Jewish bastards up in synagogues. Beat the murder, delete that expectation. And yes, motherfucker, levels excelling Satan. Sam Fisher just picked the lock. That means I'm in every apartment on your block. I feel the clock that's in your closet for real. Let's make it hot. Cause I'm going past the stage of my nigga being cocked. And the crowd moves when MCs catch my wreck. I'm amazing like Steven Spielberg special effects. Bitches wear my attire when I battle. I'm the sole survivor. I have the hardest MC singing alto at a choir. And if you even dare compete, I'm guaranteed you get eaten like ham and cheese on whole wheat. Motherfucker, you just dead on the streets. Toe tag with a motherfucking white sheet. I hit the beat. You defeated with Godzilla roars. All of you fake niggas, you've been defeated by the Godzilla roar. Yeah, I'd like to say peace to everybody. No doubt. Don't let motherfuckers take anything from you. And when they do, you just hit them with the Godzilla roar.
Get 3 coffins ready.
Huh?
Adios, amigo. Listen, stranger, did you get the idea? We don't like to see bad boys like you in town. Go get your mule. You let him get away from you?
See, that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm feeling real bad. My mule. You see, he got all riled up when you fired those shots at his feet.
Hey, do you make some kind of joke?
No. See, I understand you know what you're playing around. The mule just didn't get it. Of course, if you were to all apologize. I don't think it's nice you laughing. See, my mule don't like people laughing. It's a crazy idea you're laughing at him. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
I attack to the head and I level the fucking knees. I practice my strangulation move on fake MCs. This lyricist penetrates through any known substance. I'll beat you, comatose you, to play with your subconscious. My combination will break bones just like winter stanzas. I have you on your back seeing starbirds and phantoms. Trust me, nigga, your best friend to be the canvas. I spit my razor out and cut your face, you little bastard. I outlasted other rhymes that niggas blasted. Burning through they fucking styles, deadlier than acid. Yo, throw your shit in this direction and watch your raps catch cut scrapes and bruises that lead to infections. If you want some, it's easy to me, you want none. By my tongue, cause I blast lyrical shots for fun. With my gun, what son? The mass is the meaning of a deadly beating. You take losses like a seeding. She's a straight bitch, nigga. She's a straight bitch, nigga. When I kick verses, say you choose to prepare for the nursing. Cause Jay Cotto gives out the hurt. 5'11", fucking strong and all that. And when I run into beat, I turn to Lewis for baseball bats. Hey yo, I'm serious. I leave niggas delirious. Bitch niggas running treads on blood from their periods. You best to have a reason for pulling out the gun. You got two options, either use it or get wetted, son. Fake jacks get your face smacked, or even your head cracked, or even suffer from a fucking pulled back. As the stitches from your face are pulled and peeled. Every time you see that shit, remember the raw deal. Beyond real. If you want to test, take a glimpse, then watch me get away with more shit than O.J. Simpson, nigga. You's a straight bitch, nigga. You's a straight bitch, nigga.
The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Don't just get him out of the ring, get him out of the WWF. Because I'm through, son, without a shadow of a doubt, you ain't got what it takes anymore. You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass.
Black leather gloves perform chokes on rap jokes. I burn cycle of waste with a pit full of dead folks. My motherfucking hands all around your throat. You get murdered, my people. Now go and get it. I quote. You can fucking say what you want, but I'm coming through just like a motherfucking ghost ready to haunt, ready to taunt any motherfucker who think he hard. Here we go, my man. Turn him to a retard. Blow after blow, kick after kick. Niggas think they sick. All I'm saying is you can go suck a dick. Not mine, cause I don't fucking swing that way. You know what's going on, motherfucker, yeah. Hey, ho, what the fuck? Oh no, this nigga's coming through with fucking deadly blows. Said that shit, so now that's 3. What the fuck you gonna tell me? Nothing exactly. You best to leave like a tree. Damn, I don't need no metaphors. I still would slap a whore. I don't give a fuck if you coming strictly hardcore. You can be soft rock too. I'm telling you, I'm throwing you off a plateau or two. But I'm the motherfucker who kick with these sandals. Don't give a fuck. I'm destroying every motherfucking vandal. Burn you like a candle. It makes no sense up in the sun. Jay-Z said that shit one time. But guess what? I won. When it comes to these lyrics, you feel it like a spirit. And I ain't wanna hear it. Yo, fuck this shit. Nigga, you best to cherish everything that I fucking put on the plate. Oh shit, it's way too late to fucking jump on the bandwagon. It's time to fucking face the dragon. Fuck your niggas whose pants be sagging, and skinny jean niggas too. I don't give a fuck, I'm sicker than the flu. You're so vulgar, why you always talking this? Wake up and smell the Folgers before I break your shit. I ain't trying to hear anything that you trying to spit, so fuck you anyway, and here's the slip. A across the fucking face, top the base. I don't give a fuck, you ain't keeping up no pace. I keep saying I don't give a fuck, cause I really don't. And I don't give a fuck, I say it again, so you won't even try to push my button. Cause if you do, then Dukin.
That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's.
And you may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down.
You dream of fights, I guess, but the very sound of it is
And now, it's your favorite late night boxing talk show. Running strong, like an old man on steroids. It's late night boxing talk, motherfuckers. With your host, Master Jedi, Jay Cotto.
Ninja.
What's up, fight fans? I'm Jay Cotto. And welcome to Late Night Boxing Talk. And tonight, I'm going to do something I've never done. That's open up the panel to some good brothers here in the YTBC. And yes, we're going to be talking boxing. So peace to y'all, and let's get this shit started. Yeah, what's going on, people? What's going on? I hope everybody is chilling,
Peace to everyone that is on the check-in. Wow, look at this. This is awesome. Peace to the Man of Steel, Khalil. My brother OG Boogie. Andre Rodriguez. What's going on, brother? Brian Hawkin. My man Mark Adams. What's going on, Mr. Adams? Ralph Unreal, my brother from NYC. The hardest working man I know, Mr. Tony Boswell. And of course, my brother Electro Jed. What's going on? Lee Adams. What's going on, Mr. Adam? Good to see you, brother. And of course, the boxing relic himself, Bruce Goes. And of course, the man representing hashtag NBBC is D3, the Boon Man. What's going on, motherfuckers? No doubt, man. It's motherfucking Sunday, the day after the triumphant victory of Tyson Fury. Of course, I had no dog in this race, but even though the people that didn't have a dog in the race, we can fucking sit back and say this freely. You ready? Say it with me. Free at last, free at last. Thank the boxing gods that boxing's free at last. That's right. Yeah, no more ransom, no more hostage situations. Let's see exactly what's going to be shaken with Tyson Fury. Let's see if he really, 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 really wants to unify. Let's see if this shit can go far yonder. But otherwise than that, man, I'm so happy, man. Slide counter, what's going on, brother? No doubt. And it's a celebration. We're going to have a good time. And let me tell you something. I've got enough room for 10 motherfucking killers on this panel. And here you go. There you go. Chewbacca has just entered the fucking link stream. So whoever's going to be down, y'all better hurry the fuck up and get up on this panel, because this is the very first. Chris Jones, what's going on, Chris? Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Because this is, and of course, I know my man Matt Chad is here. So hit that link, baby. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, I just want to say, man, I love everybody here, man, that's been supporting me, of course, supporting my other brothers, you know what I mean? You know, you guys are great, man. And this is exactly why we do this. You know, it's always good to feel like a family somewhere other than your home, because at these times are wasted, times are lost, you know? And the last thing we want to do is feel like a fucking lost child in this motherfucking world. You know what I mean? My man Irving Morales, the alumni. What's going on? My brother been here with me since almost the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all too, man. You know, peace to everybody, man. My man Brian Hawkins in the fucking building. All right, so of course we've got the motherfucking link up there. Whoever wants to get up on here, hit the link. This is the very first late night boxing talk where I've actually invited the fight fans. So let's get it. Of course, we've got Electro Jed. What's going on, Electro?
What's up, my brother? What's up?
Chilling, brother. We getting ready to talk boxing in a very, 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 very awesome way tonight. You know, this is the very first open stream for late night boxing talk. I never give out the the link like that. So you know what I mean. Let's get this shit going, brother.
Let's see what happens. Let's everybody say what's on their minds, and you know me, I'm gonna say what's on my mind, but I'd like to hear all sides of this interesting, to say the least. Rivalry that went on.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, first, before I even say anything, I just want to say this: the views that I am going to point out from my perspective has nothing to do with anyone that's on the panel unless they say so. My views are my views. The way I feel is the way I feel. I just wanted to say that because, and also, what I'm about to speak, I do not want everyone to actually feel as if I hate Wilder in any way. But I'm going to give you a very quick, brief breakdown as to why Wilder is being ridiculed, why Wilder is getting the bad edge of the sword here, why he's getting the sharp end, okay? What's up, Brian Hawkin, my brother? How you feeling today, kid?
I'm feeling good, Jedi. How you doing, Electro Jet? Can you hear me?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling like I witnessed some history last night. Not just the Fury Wilder fight, but how many fights we saw yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely feeling some sort of way now.
I hear you. Peace to Jay Mooring. What's going on? Vicky Verse, welcome. And of course, Palo Viejo, a.k.a. Puerto Rican Rum. What's going on, my brother? Okay, so let me just get this out the way real fast because I don't want anybody to think that I'm a Wilder detractor or a hater or anything like that. we all know, I'm speaking on the uploader perspective. I am an uploader here on YouTube. I've been an uploader for a very long time. And I just want to say nice and clear that I've never seen a heavyweight duck and do things and say things and also be very toxic to the boxing world, the boxing community, and the sport itself. And that person is Deontay Wilder. Okay, we all know that Deontay Wilder and his cronies, which are the Lidebuka, aka the LDBC, has always interrupted just pure boxing lives and with their racism and their skin politics. Then after that, they had the goal to actually try to force feed us the bullshit that they believe in as to calling Wilder a king, calling Wilder the best heavyweight, you know what I'm saying, even better than Ali. I mean, he can beat Mike Tyson in 86. All of this ridicule, all of this that we've been going through after all these fucking years with Wilder being on top with that WBC, holding it hostage and lying to everybody, and the only people that believed him were the people that are actually kissing his ass. Well, this man, along with others, have always stood alone. We've always stood on our mantle and we said, we believe in the sport of boxing. And when we say we believe in the sport of boxing, we look at many other boxers, other fighters. Fuck every other fighter out there that's with a gimmick or any other fight fan that thinks that you ain't a boxing fan or you don't know shit about boxing because you're not licking shiitake cock head fucking mushroom head and shit off these other fighters. Fuck that shit. This is not how we roll. This is not how we fucking roll. Real fight fans have a responsibility. That responsibility is to push the real boxing. Fucking sport of boxing, not the agendas. Boxing doesn't have any agendas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if people don't understand exactly where I'm coming from. I'm sorry that you can't understand that your man was fugazi. Your man did not know how to box. He was just a one-hit fucking wonder. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not saying that he wasn't a warrior, which I'll get into that as well. I'm not saying anything like that. But what I'm saying here is that he was very fucking toxic. He was shitting on pure natural fight fans like us. And when it got to that point, well, this has become something where we got to look at it and say, you know what? The sport of boxing has been very toxic. And why do you think it was toxic? Why do you think boxing didn't turn out the way it was supposed to turn out? As to everybody just seeing all this and being on the same page, rooting for the same fighters, liking the same fighters, because the fighter, and I can't only blame the fight fan, the fighter himself, Deontay Wilder, actually took, what's up, Champ Ross, actually took all of the LDBCs, aka the Little Booker, everybody out there, and took it and ran with it. And that was very dishonorable amongst real giants and men that held the WBC. I am ashamed. I always was ashamed. I always will be ashamed when you bring up Deontay Wilder as an American heavyweight champion. He does not fit in that cloth. I don't care if anyone feels this fucking way. But what I'm saying here is we have moved on. We've been moved on. As a matter of a fact, when he had that WBC, we were already moved on. But you fight fans being egged on by whatever it was that Deontay Wilder did, and Deontay Wilder not telling his fight fan, yo, chill, man, chill. You're fucking my shit up. No, he ran with it. So this is why he gets the ridicule. This is what he gets. Bottom line, whoever don't understand it, well, you need to, recollect all the things that you've been through. Remember when you try to be on a pure boxing live and all of the fucking sudden you had trolls? Wilder's this, LDBC, Wilder's my king. Oh, right? And always trolling, and people would let them on so they could speak their piece and tell us exactly their perspective, and all they did was shit on us. Well, guess what? Oh, glory day, when Wilder lost, that's the best thing that happened to boxing. The best thing that happened to boxing was Wilder fucking losing. Congratulations to him for putting his heart out like that. But now let me get into that. That was the most dumbest, that was the most ridiculous shit. It was fucking stupid. The ref and Malik fucking OnlyFans fucking Scott should be held responsible if anything is wrong with fucking Wilder. Going out on your shield is a very stupid thing. It's a fucked up saying. This thing will bring you total fucking damage to the point that you're paying fucking CTE motherfucking bills because of what happened. It's fucking ridiculous. It gets to a point that you guys wanted Wilder to go out on the shield so bad that look what happened to him now. He just may be all fucked up at this moment. We don't know. And then we've got more excuses. So from what it looks like, it seems that Wilder never suffered a loss to these people. Wilder never suffered a loss to himself. So it gets to a point now that there's nothing that anybody could tell me. What happened was that Wilder did not see his future. He had Mark Breland in his corner, a man that had all qualifications to be his trainer. Why do you think he fucking tossed the fucking towel the second fight? To avoid you from looking the way you looked yesterday. I hope everybody in the LDBC, I hope everybody that fucking thinks that Wilder is your king, I hope everybody that accepted Wilder's wins can actually be grown fucking mature people and say to yourself, I accept this loss. There are no such things as switch gloves, egg weights, poison, so on and so forth. It didn't happen. It never happened. Understand that. He got an ass whooping, and that is basically it. Wilder was good while it lasted. That was basically it. And the reason why I say this is because now when you take a look at it, he's got to build himself way the fuck back up. You see, there were a whole bunch of us here in the YTBC when we were speaking real boxing, when we said, that's going to catch up to him, just like it caught up to Danny Garcia, just like it caught up to everybody that was fighting the people that weren't the who's of the who's in the sport. Now, when we come out and we say, look at Anthony Joshua, oh, it's a different story, ain't it? For his top 10s, for everybody who was the who. How come he ain't fighted Dylan White yet? Huh? How come he never fought Andy Ruiz? This is what happened to Wilder. He tarnished his own fucking pedigree, taking the shortcut, building him up, making him a serial face fighter, and then going with this bullshit agenda of today of that fight the power. You got to fight the power that beat. Bullshit, bro. That shit played out with Kunta Kente, son. That was a long fucking time ago. There's no such thing as this fucking bullshit that's going on. This shit needs to fucking stop. What's up, Eddie Val? This needs to stop. And sadly, Wilder had the fucking goods. He had the goods, but he tarnished himself. He tarnished himself by not fighting who the fuck he was supposed to fight. You know how we knew this? When he struggled with King Kong Ortiz. You know how we knew this? When he struggled with Tyson Fury. You know how we knew this? When he lost to Tyson Fury the second time. And you know how we definitely know this? The way he got knocked the fuck out yesterday. He held up so many fucking fights that were supposed to happen. I am ashamed as an American fight fan to actually say, bro, this is my American champion. I am ashamed. I am totally ashamed to actually sit here and say, yeah, he's from the Americas. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. And what's fucked up is that I tried my hardest, and I'm only speaking for myself. The other gentlemen that are on the panel will speak. I tried the hardest to actually like Wilder. I tried my hardest to look at what he was doing. 10 fucking nobody defeats, bro, or should I say title defenses, is not impressive. Was not impressive. If we look at the skill sets of these motherfuckers he was defending against, was not impressive. But it was an agenda. This is what they wanted. Since everything is skin politics now, that's what happened. So hopefully, Deontay Wilder can take a look at himself and his career and say, I can't believe I played myself this way. Now, the shit that he did yesterday to Tyson Fury as to not having any type of sportsmanship, good sportsmanship that is, where the man went to shake his hand and hug him and say, God bless you, bro, thank you very much, and put all the bullshit aside, Wilder didn't have a face. Wilder didn't have a character, and Wilder didn't have a fucking backbone. You know why? You know why? Because he knew that if he was running with these fucking yes men called the LDBC, if you were running with these motherfuckers, and since you took all of their excuses and everything else, you had to run with whatever they were saying too, all the way to the end. And that's where Deontay Wilder went fucking wrong. There is nothing impressive that Deontay Wilder has done if you look at all of the fabricated shit that they put in front of you. Fuck paperwork, because paperwork, if it ain't filled out correctly, and the shit was filled out incorrectly, incomplete. There has never been a champion that held up divisions for unification matches. To actually have two men in the middle of the ring, like Rocky Balboa said, I am. We never seen this between motherfucking Wilder. Congratulations, Tyson Fury. I don't like you either because you're a fucking con artist. Yes, you. You promised the fight fans and you announced that there was going to be an Anthony Joshua fight, and you knew about the arbitration and all this other bullshit that was on the side, and you still made the announcement. Yes, you did save boxing to a point that it's no longer held for ransom. It's no longer kidnapped. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. But at the same time now, everything that comes out your mouth from this day forth needs to be the truth, because nobody believes you at all. So if you're going to talk unification, that's what we want to see you towards. We don't want to see anything else. We don't want to see a fourth fight with Wilder. We don't want to see you keeping busy with a fucking King Kong Ortiz. We don't want to see you keeping busy with nobody else. You can fight a Dylan White because you owe him one. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to see no Chisora again. We don't want to see no repeats. You're a new champion. It's a new fucking day. You are responsible of making the WBC strap prestigious once again. And this is something that we do not want to see happen, which is it being tarnished. That's the only real fucking title. You need to save that. Fuck saving the queen. No disrespect. You need to save that. You know why? You know why, Fury? Because even though you walked off into the spotlight and you won, you still got to win the most important thing. You know what the most important thing here is in the sport of boxing? The fight fans. You have to win us over no matter the fuck what. It's over. No excuses. Wilder was not the better man. He tried, and he lost. That shit with him going out on his shield, very fucking stupid. Very fucking stupid and irresponsible. Very egotistical and irresponsible. You're a father first. You're a husband first. You have a responsibility to come home and make sure that your daughter or daughters, plural, sir, Mr. Wilder, grow up with a father in their life. Not because you wanted to prove to a bunch of fucking nobodies that wouldn't even care the fuck about you if you stopped fighting, if you had some type of brain injury, God forbid. Right? But guess what? The real fight fans got the real fighters' backs, no matter what. We don't have your back, Wilder. Your yes men do. You made this perfectly clear to us. So as we say, thank you for everything that you tried to do for the sport of boxing, but really did for yourself. Unless you're really serious about putting the gloves back on, we'd like to see you just walk off into the sunset, because there's nothing you can do at this point to actually redeem yourself or to even come back. No. You can fight other guys if you want. You can try to get into contention again. But the whole point is, everybody's got your number. You see, you won't listen. You won't listen. You won't follow direction. You won't follow direction. And Mark Breland was right. Mark Breland was right telling us everything about your habits. Mark Breland was right about how you didn't want to fucking listen to any instruction. He was correct. And you dare ridicule this man who has surpassed fucking the guy that got you in trouble. The guy that actually made you look more fucking dumb than you did the second fight. Because this one, you got the ass whooping to the ninth fucking power, bro. I'm not going to say karma, but I will say this. God don't like ugly. And Wilder, you're looking very ugly right now. I would like to welcome everybody that's on the panel. What's going on, OG Boogie, Electro Jed, Brian Hawkin? I hope you guys like my open. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty, guys. Whoever wants to take this first question, there's a link in the chat. Anybody else want to jump on the panel? You're more than welcome to the very first open panel on Late Night Boxing Talk. Here's the first question. If Wilder was to try to come back, do you think that he would actually spend time like a man who breaks up in a relationship before jumping into the next one, like Wilder jumping into the next boxing match right away. Do you think that he would actually take the time out, make amends with Mark Breland, try to get him back, and actually learn himself some fucking boxing? Anybody?
No, hell no.
Okay, explain why. Jay Blues, what's going on, my brother Jay Blues?
He's too fucking proud to do that.
Facts.
If he didn't fucking congratulate, because he is supposed to be a professional prize fighter, and he wasn't professional to congratulate Tyson Fury after he got his ass whooped and knocked the fuck out and put on his shield like he wanted to. He couldn't even say thank you, Tyson Fury, for putting me on my shield. You the better man. So what the fuck? You think he's gonna hire Mark Breland again? Hell to the nana.
Yeah,
No doubt. I hear that. No doubt. What's going on, Tommy Donahue? All right, Brian, let us know how you feel about this.
I agree. I agree with us, right? And here's the other question. Here is the other question. If he did offer an apology, which I don't think he would Mark Breland accept it? That's the other fucking question. That's the question I want to know. Because I think Mark Breland is such a man. If he was sincere in that apology, I think he would accept it.
Exactly.
But if he was unsincere in that apology, I think Mark Breland would tell him to go fuck himself.
Which he rightfully so. Yeah. Which he should rightfully so. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
Electro, how you feel about this? Oh, I'm sorry.
Brother? You already know, Jay. I have something to say on this because I've been talking about it since the fight. I think I would like to see him do this. I would like to see him do this for the simple reason I saw a better boxer in there than in previous fights. I've been arguing with people that the first fight he looked better in the first fight. No, he switched up his style. He did finally start learning how to use his left and how to throw some combinations. Granted, first of all, both boxers were rusty. 18 months inactivity will take a lot out of you. That's number one. But I think that maybe, just maybe, I'm not sure how much of a percentage of a chance, but maybe he got his eyes open to the fact that there's something more to than just my right hand. I would like to see him come back because now, since he sees that there's a possibility with a different fighting style, he could do more damage with that right if he uses it in combination. He should, in my opinion, get Mark Breland back. And yes, I think he should apologize. The fact that he let those fair weather fans influence him, and I think he got to his head about all these conspiracies are going on. I think he needs to set that straight. I saw a better boxer in there. I saw a true boxer in there, somebody with heart. What he did after the fight, I don't hold it against him. The man just got his ass kicked. He was sore. He'll maybe make up for it later. Say, yeah, Fury won. I was just mad that day. I lost everything. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna give the man the benefit of the doubt until we hear something from him. If he doesn't, well, that shows his character. My thing is, we saw a better boxer in there, and I don't think you should count him out. I don't think he should count himself out. He just needs to realize now there's a different way to do things, and he has a chance to prove it. And I think he's still got a good 4 or 5 fights left in him, and take advantage of it. Go for that payday, but show everybody that you're not a one-handed fighter. This is my opinion. People might disagree with me, but this is how I feel.
Okay.
I honestly think Wilder took a shit ton of damage in that fight, and just no telling where his mind was after the fight. So him not wanting to say, congratulations to Fury or something like that. I mean, I guess, all right, he's in the shades of a concussion. He's in the days of a concussion. So, I mean, He can say or do things they doesn't mean, and a few days from now, he might sit down because he might change his mind. He might come back with, you know what, Tyson beat me. I have nothing to say. Because every single Wilder fan that I've seen in a chat on a panel is saying that was a great fight. Fury's the man. No excuses. He's gonna lose his constituents of constant yes man. I mean, it may dwindle, but like the shit, like the reality's got to sit in for Wilder that he lost that fight and he lost those other two fights. And Tyson Fury is the better man. That's it. There ain't nothing else to it, man. You know what I mean? Like he can't. This is the point where he chooses to acknowledge reality or just slip further into the delusion, man. Like he could have fucking went over there, hugged Tyson, and everyone would have cheered, and his stock would have went up in a lot of people's eyes, man. His stock went up in my fucking eyes just from the fight he put up, just from the heart he showed, man. Like getting knocked down and getting back up, Like he forced Fury to knock him out, and in that aspect, I can respect Wilder, man. If he wants to come back and give him congratulations, that's on him, man. He should. But if he doesn't, it's whatever, man. I don't care.
Yeah. Here, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, hold on for a second. I just want to say this. If everybody has a right to their boxing opinion, of course, like Jed and everyone else, no one is wrong here. You know why? Because like I said, no one can actually say I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying about Wilder, especially in my perspective as an uploader / subscriber to other uploaders here on YouTube, talking boxing for like 10 years of my life here on fucking YouTube, where we had to deal with this shit, where people are always trying to force feed us their agendas and their skin politics and stuff. And then Wilder, out of all, like we expected a fighter to stop that shit and say, bro, like Andre Ward did to Fred the beauty shop, right? He tried to tell him about this, and Andre Ward told him, yo, first of all, I'm not down with your agenda. You ain't gonna use my skin. He shut him down. I respect Andre Ward for that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what Wilder should have done. And it would have looked even more powerful coming from Wilder because there was a whole band of these motherfuckers. And they still are. And now they're looking for the next black hope. Why must your hope be black? Why must anything be color barrier? Why? We're not the segregated ones here. You know who the segregated ones are? You know who's the one that started the segregation within boxing? Wilder. So if anybody wants to hate anything that we're saying, you need to take a look at the mirror, okay, and ask yourself, why am I fighting these people that have a right to stand on their soapbox and say, thank God boxing is free now after all the politics that we put them through? That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand. Right. Here's the thing, right? With the skin politics bullshit that they've been putting out, right? I do not agree. I do not agree with it. There are a lot of good fighters, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, like all around the world. There's good fighters, right? I don't put any stock into any specific type of fighters. I like someone's style. I'll support them, right? Personality is that they've dug this guy such a hole. They've dug him such a hole. He feels like he has to stand with this narrative. That like even if he gets beat, right? Something was wrong. All this bullshit. Like he cheated me the last fight. I honestly believe he believes that. I 100% believe that Deontay Wilder believes that Tyson Fury beat him, or he cheated in the last fight, and that's why he says I don't respect you.
Right.
This is the mentality that they put in his head to justify his loss, and he ran with it. And now that he's running with it, he feels like if he turns back on them, these people will throw him aside. These people will throw him aside for the position they put him in. That's the real issue here. The position they put him in, he feels like they're going to throw him aside.
Yep. Hey, Brian. I don't think it was the narrative of the other motherfuckers. They just rolled with it because I saw numerous times that he came on their show and he already had the the actual liability to what they started. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you hear, I heard Libica, they said numerous times that he told them. Okay. So
Yeah.
that he already had the narrative. He already had the insight and perspective that Deontay Wilder was the one that said it. So, and then he never denied it either. So,
No,
and he kept on pushing that agenda. So in actuality, you know, that's kind of funny of a guy that's race baiting. Meanwhile, he has two LGBTQ XYZ motherfuckers doing his costume, and they best friends now.
I'm both for white.
Yeah, exactly.
That
And Puerto Rican Run has a great fucking. He has look. He just said the thing exactly what you're saying, OG. Jedi. Wilder saw the Lidibica as dollar signs. He knew he found a supply of done marks to fleece out the money. Exactly, my brother. Exactly. And he's been saying it all along. Bro, Puerto Rican Rum has been saying it all along, bro. And we all been saying it all along. And now, what's going to happen now? Let me what was it? Yesterday, when I went live right after the fight, a couple of days before, even Electro Jet, OG, Brian, the four horsemen, we know what it is. I said, watch there be an excuse that same night. What happened yesterday? Some guy named Simon, whatever the fuck his name is, came out with this bullshit where it was a slow count. Now they're running with a slow count, but if you take a good look at it, he got up at 7. Right? Now, and then before the fight, and I want to show you guys this, before the fight, this motherfucker came out of the fucking Woolworks, bro. Out of the Woolworks, and Malik Scott and said that the gloves that they were touching before the fight that they were trying on, that Fury's looked fucking it looked suspect. I'm gonna show it to you right now.
Ty Jones, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting, bro. It's like, bro, regardless, doing that shit again, God don't like ugly, bro. And I said this a couple of streams back today. I said Fury walked with God. Fury never lied. He lied to us, right? He lied to us about the motherfucking hold on for a second.
Undisputed. Yeah.
Yeah, Fury, I don't know, but that fucking creepy dude that came out for his fucking thing, and I guess he put it that way because he used the theme of Alexander the Great. If you ever seen a movie with fucking what's his name, when he went to Persia and then he became friendly with this Persian fucking concubine or whatever the fuck that man child was, you know. So I guess since he had the theme of Spartan, because he was supposed to be a centurion walking out, a Roman gladiator, which is kind of fucking asinine, a gypsy.
I know.
Well, we can't go there, OG, because Hector Macho Camacho dressed up as a fucking Roman and he was pure Puerto Rican. So
yeah, but the whole thing is though, I get at least Camacho didn't have some weird motherfucking dude coming out.
Bro, that was the most crazy shit. Oh my gosh. But check it out. Like what I was saying, I'm sorry. Look, check this out. We had Tyson Fury who lied to the fight fan. This is exactly, and I work in karma that God brings you, right? Wilder, before the fight, him and his team already were lying and they were going to continue to lie, right? So this is what bit him in the ass, I feel, right? Spiritually now. Then the reason why Tyson Fury got put on his ass twice was that was a wake-up call to God, letting him know, stop showing off and stop lying to the people that really believe in you. Now, let me show you guys something real fast. This was on Instagram. Can you see it? Yes, you can. This was on Instagram. What's going on, Mala? How you doing? Lee Adams, what's going on, Lee? I see everybody. I'm sorry if I don't say peace to you and stuff. I'm just, just showing some stuff here. But let me show you guys something real fast. It says Fury's glove again, right? This time, Wilder's team are inspecting it thoroughly and are not happy. Check this out.
I haven't seen this. I've heard about it.
Will it play? Hold on.
You don't want to fuck them up. I mean, come on, man.
Really?
So you said really, you have something to say about the gloves?
Them gloves, that's bullshit. You know?
So this is approved glove in the state of Nevada.
There was a guy who just fought him Happy Sports last week, or 2 weeks ago when he fought Point Sports. Shit didn't look like this. What did it look like? Just like that. Just like that.
So what do you say is different about these?
The rim, because they already look like they're being used.
It's just soft leather. That's just soft leather.
Okay? That's just soft leather. So now we see the fuckeries. All right, I'm saying peace to everybody. Young boy, Jackass, what's going on, Jackass? Jimmy, what's going on, Jimmy? No doubt. You see, now you know exactly. Chris Jones. Now you know, and now you see the fuckeries. This was already in the fucking. It was already in the. They tried to put that shit in the pocket, so in case, because they knew he. Look, Malik Scott knew he was gonna lose, bro. There was nothing he was gonna change on Wilder. If Wilder ain't listened to Mark Breland, who's an Olympian slash fucking. I mean, this guy's pedigree is ridiculous. His whole. Right? If he ain't gonna listen to him, what the fuck did he think a guy who was on OnlyFans that laid down for him in the other fight was gonna teach him? Not a goddamn thing. He didn't do anything different. Now, this is where me and Electro Jet are gonna disagree. The first fight that he had with Fury, he did much better. You know why? It went to a draw. He knocked Fury down. He had more technique in that fight. In this fight, the sloppiest fucking body jab with his arm all up in the air, bro. He looked like he was ready to fucking do a luge and shit. Like, it was disgusting. Malik Scott basically fucked up his whole boxing. Whatever he had, it's gone. That's not boxing. Take a look at his performance in the first fight, and then take a look at his performance in the third fight. The second fight, he was doing pretty good, but what happened? What happened was the boxer was able to adjust and got to him. Had he kept Mark Breland would have showed him how to adjust. And peace to Sugar Hill and the Crunk motherfucking gym. Peace to Crunk boxing. Straight up and down. You turned Fury into a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? And I have to fucking agree. I have to very, very much agree. You know what I'm saying? With the gentleman that made that, and Lee, it's Lee. Yeah, my man Lee. Yo, bro, you're absolutely right, man. He turned him very much into a motherfucking beast. Hey, Jimmy, the link is already in the chat, but here it goes again, my friend. There it goes again. Come join us, bro. So let me ask you guys a question, and individually down the panel, starting with Electro, and then Jay Blues. Is he still with us, Jay Blues? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, cool. And then Jay Blues, and then OG, and then all right. Check this out. What do you think the outcome would have been if he would have kept Mark Breland, and if he would have been more humble, and none of this stuff that he's trying to bring as the toxicity of racism and stuff would have been following him? Go ahead, guys.
I honestly think that Malik added a few things to his style, man. When he got hurt, he clinched more. He did little things to, like, it was the same result. He was still going to get knocked out, but he helped himself extend himself further into the fight. When Fury would lean on him, he would take a knee and not try to fight against that pressure and waste energy. He clinched, man. When Fury had him on the ropes at one point, he collar tied with the left hand and then turned Fury. He was trying to turn Fury at the end of one round. Like, dude, Malik gave him a few options. And more importantly, he got Deontay to listen. I don't think Breland was going to fucking get anything into Deontay's head, man. Everything was all JD's and Wilder's ego. So if he would have kept Breland, I don't see it. I think it was a better change going with Malik, as stupid as that sounds, man.
Okay. All right. Jed. Okay. Jimmy. Welcome, Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. I hope everyone's good.
Definitely.
Salute to the panel in the chat. God
Salute
bless everyone.
You too, my friend.
I feel like this is what Mark Breland wanted to save Deontay Wilder from getting knocked out cold, laying on the floor in a pool of blood, a lot of brain damage, his family crying.
Yeah.
And Mark Breland was the bad guy for trying to protect his fighter. So with Mark Breland gone, this is the worst beatdown he's ever taken. He was knocked out cold, and his career might be over. So
one
of them.
Right. I feel you,
So he
brother.
threw
I
Mark
feel you.
Breland under the bus. The way he threw Mark Breland under the bus and tried to assassinate his character, he basically tried to make sure Mark Breland was never hired as a trainer, trying to make him
Yeah.
look like a snake. And God works in justice prevails at the end.
Yes. That's exactly what I said. Everybody welcome Ross Cloud 222, aka
What's
the
up,
motherfucking leader of the MOBC 150 and 0. What's up, motherfucker? What's going on, brother?
y'all? What's up with y'all, man? What's up, everybody on the panel? Salute.
What's up, Raz?
Yo, what's up?
I'm
What's up,
chilling,
Ross
man.
Clark, man?
Chilling.
What
Salute
up,
to everybody in the
blood
chat.
clot, Cloud man? What's happening, star?
What's up, man? What's
Dude,
going on, man?
that
Word up.
reminds me. We was watching the UFC yesterday. This motherfucker's called Rude Boy. Me and Pat could not stop going. Come on, Rude Boy.
Yeah,
Give me
right.
the mean kick.
Bumba Clock.
I'm serious, bro. Jonathan, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. And you know what? I ain't paid for that shit either. Don't feel left out, brother. Me and you are the motherfucking fantastic too with that shit. I ain't paying for fights that ain't bringing me that are just straight
Yeah, I
lackluster,
didn't pay
bro.
for that shit either. I didn't pay
There
for
we go. There we
Well,
go.
I can officially say that I
Khalil,
paid it.
salute.
Check it. I paid it. No mind to pay for it.
I didn't pay for it either.
I didn't pay for it either.
All right. Yo, Jeff is smooth.
There
Jeff
you
said
go.
my girl bought this fight a week ago, worth every damn penny. And Tony Boswell says the same thing. Well, I bought the fight and it was worth every penny. No doubt. If you enjoyed it, no doubt, bro. I'm not. Hey, listen. You guys work hard. You know what I mean? And if this is what's actually to a point where you're like, oh, you know what, man? Listen, I'm buying this fight. Yo, go ahead, indulge. But I'm only speaking for myself, gentlemen. A motherfucker like me, you got to come a little more harder than that. You know what I mean? And by the way, this was not the best trilogy in heavyweight fights.
Fuck
Bo,
no.
like to.
Fuck no. The Ruiz Holyfield trilogy was better. Fuck out of here.
Listen, Bo and Holyfield hold that motherfucking crown. I'm sorry, they still does. Jed,
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Facts,
Yeah,
Thrilla Manila.
Jed, Jed, hold on, Jed, Jed, I tried to get you on, but you didn't answer. So it's
Yeah,
Ross.
I left a message in the private channel. I thought you saw it. I had to. I'm sorry, man. I had to go.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. You go after Brian. Ross Clark, go ahead, and then Brian. Go ahead, Ross Clark. What's your input on this, my brother?
All right. Well, my thing is this, man. I noticed like it was a good fight. Okay. I don't know if everybody saw what I saw, but it was a good fight. Now, with that being said, I'm sorry, but if we're gonna talk about how bad Wilder is, and he is very bad, we're gonna talk about his resume, and that is very bad. We're gonna talk about how unskilled Wilder is. I'm sorry, but Fury was doing a lot of things in there. He was getting clipped. He looked sloppy just as much as Wilder did. The difference with Fury is he do everything just a better than Wilder. But dude got dropped. The dude got stunned. He was throwing a lot of arm punches. The only reason why he was smart, he fought like Klitschko. He fought like Vladimir Klitschko. And everybody is talking about this masterclass. I saw a big, tall, lanky, fat, sloppy heavyweight in there looking just as bad as Wilder, except he had way more stamina. That was the difference. The difference in this fight was the endurance and the fact that Wilder took a beating in the last fight. When you take a beating like that, you're never the same.
Right. Exactly. And you know what, bro? This is why I love Ross Clark, bro. This is why I love him, because he look at the perspective he gave us. We're over here big enough Fury, not noticing what this man noticed, that this motherfucker was sloppy too. Word up. All right, Brian, let us know, and then after that it's Jed. Do you think that if he had Mark Breed in his corner, it would have been a different outcome?
No. And I'll tell you why. I don't think he listens to Mark Breland.
Yeah.
If he swallows his pride and he goes, all right, we're going to do it your way, he might have been. I don't think he's that type of guy. I honestly don't. I think he's the type of guy that I think he's the type of guy who, if you criticize him, you're out of his camp.
Right.
He's weak. He's weak mentally, in that way, right? I just think this guy can't take criticism, And if you're changing so much of your style, there's a good part of it where you have to take criticism.
Right.
You can't do this anymore. You can't do that. You have to do this. You have to do that.
Right.
It's not like we're doing this. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's what I saw Malik Scott do with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like the reason why Mark Breland was fired, and I believe I've said this before, was not the fact he threw in the towel, even though that's the point of it. I honestly believe he was the only one in Deontay Wilder's camp who told him everything he was doing wrong, and Deontay Wilder didn't like that.
Right.
He just didn't. And throwing in the towel was another part of the equation, and was an excuse to get rid of him.
All right.
And I believe that. I honestly do. I think he's the only one in the camp that,
Wow.
you know, you're not listening. You're the only one. You know, like you're not listening. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this.
Right.
He got sick of it, and he looked for any excuse, throwing it out, and on the way out, it's like, oh yeah, the way he fucking drove
Brian,
me.
the sound is bad. The sound is breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little on your mic, bro.
Your sound is breaking up, Brian.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the? Can I say something about the corner real quick with the beating that Wilder took? So
yeah.
First of all, I don't like that referee. I never did. That's one of the shittiest referees that works for PBC. Number two, besides the corner, the referee is also responsible for the fighters and what's going on with them. The fight should have been stopped a round before that. The reason why Breland threw in the towel the first time, he didn't want to see his fighter take a beating and fall like that. Okay. And in my opinion, the referee was told to not stop the fight no matter what. They know that this man was taking a beating. They know that this man is 36 years old. He doesn't have the endurance anymore. He was done. After he dropped Fury, okay, he threw a barrage of those stupid wild punches that only work against bums, and he punched himself out, and he had nothing left after that. The man was done in round 9 and round 10. They could have been stopped that fight. The referee should have been like, you know what, you done. But he was probably told not to, because again, PBC is a big ass joke and they don't care about the fighters, and that's what happened. Now you got Wilder flopping over, getting beat up, and probably will never be the same again.
Oh, that's it. Can I interject real quick? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I know I'm next, but go ahead.
Rocky said, "Go for it."
Anybody can y'all hear me at all?
Yeah, we're here. Yep,
like Rocky said, "Go for it."
Okay, yeah, no, it's because usually when you talk, you see the little thing coming up. All right.
No, hold on. It was Electro Jet's turn, and then
go ahead. I'm sorry to interject. Go ahead.
It's all right. What's going on, Fuego? How you doing, brother?
Peace to the panel. Let me shut up and let Electro Jet do his thing.
Okay, go ahead, Jet.
Here's the deal. Was the fight was worth every penny that I spent. The fight was worth every penny I spent. Now, my thing is this. It was a good fight. I'm not going to say it was a great fight. I'm going to say it was a good fight. It's a good ending to a trilogy. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. I think it would have been worth the money to spend on it. Just saying. But was it one of those great trilogies? No. And I've already said it plenty of times before, and I'm going to repeat myself here. The fight, I saw an improvement in Wilder. But I openly said that both the fighters were cold. 18 months without a fight is a long time to go. You're going to go in there rusty. I've been listening to all these fans. Oh, he did the greatest thing. No, what I saw in there was a sloppy boxer. I saw some sloppy mechanics in there. I saw two fighters that were at the end of their gas tank. I think Wilder was at the end of his gas tank a couple of rounds earlier than Fury, but both of them were punching sloppy. I'm not going to sit here and blow sunshine up your ass. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is this was not a great fight. It was a good fight. There were great fights earlier this year in which you guys have turned me on to, and I was surprised to see them. There were better fights earlier in the day. Than this fight. This fight was a good match. It was a good closing to this. Now we got closure with this. I'd like to move on. I would really like to move on from this fight. Come this Wednesday, I don't want to talk about this fight no more, honestly, because it wasn't that impressive to me.
Right. It was sloppy. They was sloppy. It was the dirty, sloppy, ugly ass fight.
It
was.
I will not disagree with that one bit. They were cold. And then I got people, I've been into panels where people think, oh, Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer and he's the one that everyone's got to beat. And I'm saying, I'm openly stated, if Fury were to fight Joshua or Usyk, first of all, I believe Usyk would wax that ass if he went to Usyk in this condition, fighting this style. Now, I do know that Tyson Fury has different styles and that he can adjust, and I give kudos to him. But fighting the way he did last night, there was no way, in my opinion, that he would beat an Usyk the way that Usyk fought Joshua. Now, I think the way that he fought tonight would probably be a better fight with Joshua. Honestly.
I hear you.
Probably been a better fight with Joshua. Now, in my opinion, he would not have been able to beat Usyk.
I hear
you. It would have been a good fight with Joshua.
I hear you.
That's how I feel.
Definitely. Before I go to Fuego, Wilder's stance, I'm gonna let you on. If you're representing Wilder, be nice because you're fucking with a bunch of pit bulls here, all right? What's going on?
Yo, it's me.
Oh, all right. I thought you were one of the little
Put me in full screen.
Yeah, hold on for 1 second.
Put me in full screen.
Brian should came in here. Wilder.
You brought the Van Damme split, motherfucker. Yo, that's funny, son. I like that metaphor, kid. Guess the splitting, motherfucker. Guess the splitting. I like that. All right, Fuego, let us know, man. Give us the heat, brother. What's going on?
All right. So, what I wanted, because I had to write the little thought down real quick, because you guys are talking about this and this and this, right? The topics. So, as far as the ref is concerned, not stopping the fight when it should have been stopped, like we were talking about last night, I saw a couple of times where I'm like, yo, Fury, like he wasn't stepping on the gas because I thought he was like, yo, I could really kill this dude and nobody's stopping the fight, right? I'm sure we all saw that. You know, when we were talking about it last night, everybody kind of agreed, like, yeah, we saw the same thing.
I did see that same thing, yes.
Right, exactly. He's like, man, I could really kill this dude, so whatever. That is what it is. But the fact is, the complaints, right? Oh, let me go out on my shield, and you should have never thrown in the towel. If I die in the ring, yada, 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 let it be. So be it. Everybody saw those. Everybody saw those interviews and saw what he said. So let's take the PBC side of it and you know, whispering in the ref's ear going, yo, listen, just let him, you know, go out on the shield. That could be one thing. Or the ref could have seen the interviews too, was like, all right, if that's how the guy feels, like, fuck it. That's how he feels. Let you know, I'm going to let him go out on his shield, like he says, right? The other thing about Malik Scott, we were talking about how, do you think that there's anything that Mark Breland could have done that would have made him better? No. And Malik Scott also stated, both of them stated, the motherfucker's hard-headed and he needs yes men around him. When you've been on top for that long, you believe in your power. You know what I'm saying? You've been talking all that shit about, you know, my grandma always told me I was anointed. I'm, you know, you start believing your hype in your head, like you're really Jesus Christ, like in the fucking flesh, in the sense, right? Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You've never been to you've never attended a more mature live in your life, have you, my friend? Of course not.
So the thing is like, so when you have that in your mind, like, yo, I've been through, well, you know, back in the day when he wasn't shit in football, he wasn't shit in basketball, even though he tried everything else. His daughter went through something. He had to work the 4 jobs, and all of a sudden, boom, he came into boxing, and then all of a sudden, like, he just, you know, became that thing. But they were protecting him. But at the same time, the protection gave him that idea in his head that he was like invincible. And then once you're invincible like that, everybody, and you're making money, and then you believe in your shit. Even so, somebody's telling you, yo, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. Like, motherfucker, I've been knocking everybody out and I've been on top. Like, there's nothing you can tell me that I'm not doing right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ego. Yeah.
The ego, yes, exactly. Go back to the ego. So, you know, because Malik, I had seen, right, I want to say it was like 3 months ago, dude. In between, like, right before the fight, the fight was supposed to go down, like a month before or something like that, before the whole COVID thing with Fury, Malik Scott had an interview, and then I want to say it was with Chappelle's friend, the black dude. What's his name? Radio Raheem. That's what it was. And he was pressing him. He's like, "What can you do different?" This, and he goes, "Yo, bro, he's hard headed. Like, he tells me when he wants to work out. Like, even though we're supposed to be down at whatever, like, he tells me this and that, and what we're gonna do. Like, and he said, listen, there's nothing I could tell this man at the end of the day and change his boxing style. What I'm trying to do is," and then he tried to play it off like, yo, he's got everything in him. What I'm trying to do is bring out the mental part about it. I'm trying to, you know, it's the more than anything, it's the mental part that I'm trying to hype up. I'm trying to tell him he's the best. I'm trying, because, you know, like, I guess after a defeat or whatever, you're trying to hype the dude up.
Yeah.
And that's why I had mentioned, I'm like, yo, that's the easiest job. If you're just a hype man, because you know you can't change this dude, to make an easily, I'm, you know, just guessing that he's making $5 million off the fight. You know what I mean? As a trainer. If I'm just a hype man, I gotta show up every day, do pad work with him. Yo, you gotta do this, because you know you can't teach him nothing. He don't give a fuck. Because he believes so much in that power. You know, there's really nothing you could do with the man. Basically. What I'm glad about this whole situation is this. I went to 78 Sports. I don't watch the guy because whatever. Like I said last night, the black supremacy thing, when I was over there and they were talking about that shit, oh, these white people think they got one up on us. And I was like, see, this is what I love about that whole thing, because boxing has nothing to do with color, culture, or anything. It's got to do with skills. And that's why boxing won, because it's eradicating all that bullshit.
Exactly.
It's bringing it back to the natural. It's showing you motherfuckers, yeah, you feel this way and this and that. Bow, here you go. Wakanda forever. Yeah, Wakanda forever.
I got something to say on that. I got on a panel the second I put my fucking camera on. This is a panel I've never seen. It's just one of those random YouTube panels, and it's had boxing on it. And I went on the panel, man.
Yeah.
And they were listening to what I said before I got on cam.
Right.
All right. They were listening to what I said, and they, it was like, oh yeah, you're making sense. The second I got on fucking cam, now mind you, these were Wilder fans and stuff. The second I got on cam, dude, I haven't felt like this in years. They thought I was some white guy because they automatically thought I was some inbred jet from the fucking Adirondacks, sister fucking motherfucker. So they automatically started fucking crucifying me, and I, and I'm over here. These motherfuckers have no idea, because I was facing the camera the other way. You see the fucking Puerto Rican flag behind me, and automatically I was ridiculed and booted off. I said, "What the?" I was booted off because the color of these guys are taking.
What
this
panel
shit.
is this?
I don't even remember. It was
what
the
panel?
first time I went into this panel. It was a
Oh,
random.
Jimmy's ready to go do work. He's
Hell
ready to
yeah.
go
I wish I could
firebomb this shit.
remember
What
the
panel
name.
was it? Tell me, Jed.
I wish I
Who
could
hurt you, Jed?
remember. I wish I could remember, man. I can't.
Right.
But I got booted off. It's like, you know what? Fuck this.
man.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And that's it. And that's the thing. That's the thing. This fight, clearly, that's why I was so happy for boxing in this fight, is because these guys, the whole YouTube scene, as far as that black supremacy shit, and then them Jay jerking all these people off of these videos and trying to spread that shit is cancerous to the not
Yeah.
only to the YouTube community, but just the boxing community in general, because I understand, yeah, you have your people and you got to follow them, this and that. But when you're just bringing up like, oh, because of this race, we dominate. No, that if you look at boxing, there's no race that actually dominates anything, because at the lower weight classes, some people in different races dominate.
Exactly.
You know? So
Can I
it,
respond
The
to
lower
that
weight
real quick?
class, you got the Asian Pacifics, you got the
right,
Mexicans, you got,
right.
so
Let me
And
respond to
not
that
only
real
that,
quick
it's
about
like, and I'm gonna big up Mr. IOTV. I've been on his panel a couple of times. I've heard some of his critiques as well, and he always said, like, listen, dude, to have a white guy in boxing, like, that's the one thing about white guy. Like, there's not that many white people that actually box, and to actually be really good and be champions, that's like Eminem in the fucking. This
In
is not
rap.
what he said, but I'm just saying, yeah. But it's like Eminem in the rap game. It's
Right.
like, yo, you got to big it up to these dudes where they're like, they're the the diamond in the rough, pretty much. But
Yeah,
people
listen.
don't see it that way, because all they see is
I,
supremacy.
I see it like this, bro.
Can I respond to that real quick, Kato?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Dude, who was that just got finished talking?
Fuego.
Oh, what's up, Fuego? I want to respond to that too. We also got to keep that same energy for what I call reverse LDBC. You got a whole group out there that's doing the exact same thing, except they're doing it for European fighters. And they're
Right.
making videos calling black people monkeys. And they're
Yup.
making videos talking about
Yeah,
Russians have
that's
better
totally wrong.
genetics.
I've never come
Those,
across that.
those are the other dudes we got to talk about too, not
Right.
just the LDBC, because both sides are clowns. LDBC and those European boxing fanboys like
Yup.
BDA and all those idiots. Those guys are clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not aware of
you
any
know
of
what?
those
I'm
people.
not gonna
And that, the
disagree.
only
Nah,
thing
nah,
is,
BDA don't do that. Nah,
No,
BDA
no, no,
doesn't
no,
do
no.
that.
Yes, you do.
Precise
He lets.
Time
Designer does that.
bullshit.
No, listen.
Time out.
Hold on.
Time
Time
out.
out.
Does that,
BDA
but
does
not
that
BDA.
bullshit too.
Guys,
European boxing fanboys.
listen. BDA may not do it himself, but he lets on certain people that are with
Yup.
that shit, and he lets it rock. That's
That's
what
a
he means,
fact.
bro.
That's
You know what
a
I'm saying?
fact. Kyle. That's a fact.
Yeah.
BDA
Yeah, he let.
will block. He will block and he will block a black person
Yeah, okay.
who get on there and talk about black stuff. But as soon as a white person talk about black people and say racist shit, he don't block them. He just laugh at them. So them dudes
Yeah.
are straight biased. Those are the people that I'm talking about. It's a whole group of European boxing boys that's
Thunderdome
just like
does that.
Right.
Can
yeah,
I
no,
say
Yeah,
something?
you're
Thunderdome.
right. You're right. You're
Can I
absolutely
say
right.
something?
If we're
Go
gonna,
ahead.
if
O-
we're gonna
Go ahead.
we're gonna
OG.
smash.
OG. Go
Yeah.
ahead, OG.
I've been on BDA's panel, and I never fucking experienced that. I've seen black guys come in. He even let them, even with their black supremacy shit. He let a couple of other guys that have different. I've never experienced it, so I just want to say that.
Yeah, I hear
And
you. I hear you.
what
Yes,
was
sir.
the what was the
I'm just using BDA as an example. We got
oh
people like them in different groups who cater to European boxing
Should use
fanboys, like I
Thunderdome.
said. But when black people get on there,
Yeah,
black people get on there, and then they're bigging up their fighter or listen. I've seen black people get on there who not even a Wilder fanboy, and then they automatically assume because he's black that he's a LDBC. It's automatic. That's what I'm saying. I've seen other channels that's just like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are exactly like the LDBC, except
but you can't be able to say. So you're saying other channels, but using him as an
No. What he's saying? Fuck
BDA and all them. I'm just using an example.
What he's saying?
What he's using an example. All of those
all right.
motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about BDA. None of them. I'm just
What
using
Ross,
them as
what
examples.
Ross, basically what needs to be said here is, because both of you are going to be right, all three of you guys are going to be right, is this that everybody that has gone on other channels might have had experiences like Rasclot, and some of them might have had experiences like Fuego and OG. No doubt, I understand that. I've seen them both. Now let me and Rasclot give you a little history of where this came from. Okay, the number one European guy, the number one first European guy that came out with this detracting the black fighters and stuff was Mr. Bubbles himself, aka Precise Presenter.
Yeah.
He started this shit. Okay, me and Roscoe have been
Yeah.
on here for years, bro, and he started that shit. Then after that, right after that, that's when the LDBC was born by 78 and all, and they started some race war, and they tried to bring in motherfuckers like me and Rosclot to join, and we were like, nah, we ain't with that shit, bro. Fuck that. There were a lot of guys that were pulling away from them, and all of a sudden we became coons. You know what I'm saying? And all this other shit. You see, so when I always got the saying, if you wear the uniform, you're down with the faction. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically
Yeah.
how it is. That's basically how it is.
Yeah,
Because think
that's
about
a
it.
fact.
Yeah, so everybody's right here. It's just the experiences that we've gone through on certain channels that have allowed this shit to rock. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong on a lot of points. On your point, my point, OG's point,
Can I
Fuego's
jump in on
point.
this when you
You know what
get
I'm
to it?
saying?
Yeah, and the point is, like you're trying to say too, Jay, is that at the end of the day, when you come to a channel like this, we know the truth. It's skills. It's not your race. It's not
right.
It's the skill. So
It's
this
the
is
knowledge that you bring to the table and that people can dissect or whatever, but the knowledge that you're kicking is the actual fucking reality of it. And
Yo,
you're
this
not
is the way
sugarcoating
I
shit.
see it, bro. Is like this is like the melting pot of the boxing channels right here. This is like the New York City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We bring the truth. You know,
Yep.
it's not that secular shit where if you just believe in this race and you're over here and then the other race is over there, like fuck them. Like you got to bang on everybody. And me personally, I've never been on the other channel, so I can't say that I've heard like, oh, they're predominantly like just pushing white people or the Europeans, or I've never seen those channels. I'm just talking about from predominantly the channels that I've seen, and that's why I say boxing won at the end of the day, because it just it destroyed that narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
Definitely.
game.
What's up, Philip Carl? What's going on, Philip Carl?
Yo, what's
my
up,
man?
Philip
Can I
Carl?
cut in on this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. And then Brian will take it. Go ahead.
All right, here's the deal, man. I was given the example that I really do wish that I could have remembered the panel name, but it was one of them random. You know how YouTube gives you the algorithm, and since you've been in so many boxing channels, it just gave a live, and they were talking. And I noticed they were talking about the fight. I jumped in, and I saw a link. Jumped in, didn't have my picture on. Now, granted, the reason why I said I felt that way is because me being who I am, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, but I look white as fuck. But if you just talk to me, you can't really tell if I'm white or if I'm white or black or Puerto Rican or anything like that. Once you see me, you get a different impression. And I told you that story, but
Man, you big pun to me.
I told you that story, right? For the simple reason, because it also happens to me on the opposite spectrum, because then I'm not white enough for this one. Now, I'm not saying that particularly happens yet, but I guarantee if I get on a panel and I see that white supremacist bullshit come on, boy, are they going to hear a fucking earful from my ass.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Just like the other people heard shit from me. I said, really? You know, and then I left. I don't like feeling uncomfortable like that because I'm a true boxing fan. I don't have a dog in a fight, and I'm not going to. I'm for the art of boxing. I'm for seeing two excellent pugilists go at it. I want to see a good. Look, me and fucking Brian yesterday prayed. We literally were online on camera praying for a fight where we get cut eyes, broken ribs, but nobody dies.
right.
Violence. I love Here's the thing, right? And here's the thing. As boxing fans, there's a part of us, and some of us have been in the ring. There's part of us that actually love the pugilism, but the brutality of the sport, right?
Right.
Coming from where Electrojet is, right? And I do have a prayer. Can we please have a moment of violence? Amen.
Right. Yep.
That's like when a big boxing night comes up. So that's my prayer.
Yeah.
But it's quite simple, right?
Yeah.
Boxing skills usually win in the end, right? You can have power, you can have all this, but you have to develop other things too. you have to develop other avenues to get that power in.
Right.
And Deontay Wilder, right? Even though he tried, and I think he tried to do something different, he went to the body. Once he got hit, he forgot about that game plan for 4 or 5 rounds. Then he went back to the body again, right?
Right.
I think he tried yesterday. I think he showed heart. I think he showed guts. I cannot forgive when a guy goes over to you, tries to shake your hand and say, you know what, great fight, whatever. And then you say, and this was the words Deontay Wilder said to him, because Kurt DeVoe counter punch boxing came out, and he goes, I don't respect you.
Right, right.
Those were his words.
Right.
I don't respect you.
Right.
So, so this is the narrative they're pushing, right? You cheated the last fight.
Right.
But can you prove that?
Right.
If you can't prove it, then shake the man's hand and say, great fight. Maybe it's over, the better man won, and get on with your life, because if this holds Deontay Wilder back, that's nobody else's fault but Deontay Wilder.
Exactly.
If they push this narrative on him, that you have to stay prideful for a certain race or a certain, that's on him. Right? People could put things in his head, but at the end of the day, you have to carry them.
Right.
And you have to stand on your own merit, and you have to be your own man.
Right.
And nobody else can do that for you. And is it that you want to hold up something with respect, or do you want to go around blaming everyone else? And if you go around blaming everybody else for your defeat, that's on you. The only thing hard-headed should be on you is when your wife's down there blowing your cock. That's it. That's the only hard head you should have, right? When it comes to boxing. Boxing is a learning sport. You can always learn. You can always try to improve. You can always try to get better.
He went about it the wrong way by going at Fury by like keep the political.
What did I say was unpolitical?
Mentality.
No, he'll come back. Hello.
Boxing.
Yeah. What did I say was
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. You have fallen off. Repeat yourself again, Ross Clark. Ross Clark, can you hear me? Repeat yourself again, because you have fallen off. Damn, his mic is breaking up.
What I was saying was.
Okay, there we go. Damn.
Yeah, your mic is. Yeah.
Ross Clark, your mic.
He never said anything to him about none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep that energy outside. Like, do that fight. That's a separate fight. The racial injustice is a separate fight.
Right.
Boxing is something different. That's a sport. It's a sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he went around it the wrong way. And also the people that follow him, they made it into something else. They turned it into a race. This fight was promoted based on white versus black. To me, that's so sad.
It's sad, yeah.
It's so sad. It should have been the best. Who the best? You know what I'm saying? Like it was fucked up that it was promoted like that.
Right. But it wasn't. Listen.
But
it wasn't, because on the second fight, Fury came out and said, he told Wilder, he goes, you're trying to turn it into white versus black thing when it's not that, and you need to stop that bullshit. He called him out on that.
Right, but Wilder sold it like that though, not Fury. Now check this out.
Right.
Right, now check this out. As we're all in the chat, as we're all here on the panel, starting with Jay Blues and then Ross Clark, then OG, then Jed, and then everyone else. I want to know if you agree with me or not. If we agree with each other or not, that we can actually say, free at last, free at last. God Almighty, boxing's free at last. Who agrees with me on that? And if you do, please break it down.
Facts.
First person, yeah, Jay Blues.
This whole thing is finally fucking over, son. Like seeing them fight, I didn't give a fuck who won or lost, but the second Fury got clipped and went down, I said, "Ooh, this is a fight now." And my heart rate went up, and I actually started getting excited about watching it, man. I was just ready for it to be over with.
Right.
Beforehand were really the main events, but as soon as Fury got dropped, it turned into a super main event, son. And then Like fast forward to the 11th round, all the drama, all the chaos, and it's finally fucking over. Boom, and he kisses the top rope and he's down, and it's like he's knocked out for real now. It's finally, it's over, son. Like no more. There's a definitive fucking end to this.
Right.
You know, we can put a stamp on this bitch. He was KO, no questions. Even
No
though
doubt.
he wants to act like a bitch afterwards, but
no doubt,
like,
no
I'm
doubt.
just happy, man.
Ross Clark, go ahead. You agree with that?
No
You
one
agree?
wanted to see a fourth fight. That's what I agree, because what was gonna happen is then it was gonna be a fourth fight. And these guys are just gonna keep on recycling each other and not fighting nobody else. And it was gonna be a fifth fight. I mean, this shit, I'm glad it's over.
I'm glad. Yeah, we're all glad it's over. Definitely. OG, do you agree? Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, boxing's free at last. Do you agree, my brother?
Wakanda forever.
Oh shit! Word up. That's how we feel. As free as Wakanda, kid. No doubt. No doubt. All right, Fuego. You agree? You agree with this?
To a certain extent, because we have Devin Haney that went on 78 Sports, try to spit the same bullshit, you know, trying to gravitate to that lane.
Yeah.
Then you have Errol Spence. They're trying to pull him into that lane as well. And then Gervonta Davis, I think, would be somebody that trying to gravitate to that lane as well. So my only thing is this, man. Like I said, it might not be. So getting back to the whole thing with Wilder is that Wilder got sucked into the bullshit, because all that conspiracy theories, all that, you know, extra shit about what was going on BLM at that time, he got sucked into that because of the YouTube scene and all, you know, the egg weight thing, that everything, just everything in general. And then he started believing the hype. So he believed the YouTube bullshit, the conspiracy theory. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see as time goes on. And I don't know. Like I said, for me personally, last night was a great victory. It could have been anybody else, but the whole point was that the narrative got destroyed. That's just one, you know, and I'm glad of that.
Hell yeah. All right, Jed, let us know, baby. You agree with that?
Pero claro que sí, mi bro, ¿qué pasa contigo?
Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mr. Hawkins.
I am so,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
am
Sorry.
so glad. No, I seriously am so glad that this is over with and that we have a definitive answer. I don't want Wilder to retire. I really don't. I want to see if he actually improves on, you know, a new technique or not, and see the next 4 or 5 fights with him, because I do think he'll probably impress us.
Right.
But I want to touch on something that was brought up earlier. Yeah, Wilder was a bad sport, but let's not overlook Fury being a little bitch and reporting that thing out like some fucking like some sort of mitotera or bonchinchera, talking some shit that he shouldn't have said.
Like what? Like what?
He went into the corner. All right, why? Look, Wilder just got his ass kicked.
Yeah, but you know what though? That happens in every fight. After
I
you
know,
fight,
but he
you
should've
hug
just
it out.
left it at that. He should've
No,
left it at
you
I
don't.
think you should have just left it,
No,
because I thought that was a bitch move.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You know why? Hold on. You know why he shouldn't have let that go? Because first of all, the bitch was Wilder. You know why? Wilder was saying all of these lies about this man, bro. Okay? About his fucking gloves, about, you know what I'm saying? So Wilder should have been the man, because regardless of the fact, everybody was waiting to see, whether you want to believe it or not, everybody was waiting to see what Wilder was going to do at the end. And all Wilder did was wave him off like we knew he was going to do and say, I don't feel like showing you any sportsmanship. And regardless of the fact, yeah, go ahead.
Kato, this is a fact, and I know you're gonna agree with me. Had Wilder won this fight, and had Wilder been the winner of this fight, he would have been thanking Fury.
Yeah,
He would have been thanking Fury. He'd have been saying Fury's the best fighter I've ever been in the ring with. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I came out, did my best, blah blah blah. Because he came out on the end, now he want to act like a sore loser. Come on, man.
That's true. The world sees this, Jed. But go ahead. Make your point.
But see, the reason why I disagree with what Fury did is this. He could have said, yeah, I went over there, I tried to, you know, but you know, Wilder wasn't feeling it, you know. That's fine. He should have left it at that. But he kept going on and on on
Yeah,
him.
because he's mad because he was accused of things that's
You understand?
bro
But
in
he
boxing.
with
In
me,
bo-
it's all about being the big. You know how I am. Be the fucking bigger person. Kill it. Just kill it there. Don't feed into it anymore. Just kill it right there. Don't feed into it no more, because all that does is leave a little crack in the doorway. You know, that little crack for people to try to push open. If it were me, I would have just done. You know,
okay. But to that point and logic, there's already a crack. There's already a
But
crack
Electro J,
with the new excuses. There's already
the-
cracks with the new excuses that Fury and that Wilder and his team are making. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, Electro Dread. But I know I understand what you're saying. But Fury being the bigger man, his attempt was him trying to. Okay, you know what? We did our shit talking. I stopped you. Let me go over there and congratulate you. Oh, you want to be a bitch? Okay, I'm gonna continue talking my shit.
Mm. That's I mean I can see both of your points, but at the same time, it was really the responsibility of Wilder to apologize to this man for putting him through the fucking look. Just like we expect him to fucking apologize to Mark Breland, who did nothing, right? But just be his trainer and save his life, right? And not stop him, and stop the whole situation from Wilder looking as bad as he did yesterday, bro. Think about this. It's the same thing with Fury. The only thing is that he ran Fury way under the mud. I'm talking about to the Earth's core, bro. He dragged this man's name through every sandbox in the United States of America and fucking Europe. I mean, with this shit. Oh, he's cheated. Oh, his gloves. Oh, I mean, oh, they poisoned me. And then he went and blamed Mark Breland. And then he went and blamed. I mean, it's to the point that he just couldn't take a loss, right?
Yeah.
So we would have respected him. We're already saying, oh, regardless how stupid we think is, we feel that he wanted to go out in the shield like that. We still say, oh, he got a lot of heart. He put his whole into it. No doubt, he's a warrior, right? Well, would it solidify that warrior status without anybody trying to renege from? It's not really a reneging, move, but it's just like a second thought. Nah, never mind. He's a fucking bitch because you were supposed to apologize to this man right then and there. You were supposed to be humble. See, that's what happens. Look what happened with Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson left right after the match and didn't even say what's up to Buster Douglas. But guess what? In the back, he hugged Buster Douglas. He shook his hand. You know what I'm saying? At least do that. If you didn't want to do it,
Let me
Go ahead, Roscoe.
I got a crazy idea. Let's say Usyk beat Fury, right? Let's say Usyk beats Fury. They rematch or whatever, and then Usyk beats him again. What if, hypothetically speaking, okay, Fury could beat Wilder. Wilder knows that I can't beat him. Would y'all be fine for him to go up to what's his call it? Stewart, the nephew, what's his name?
Sugar Hope.
What if he
Sugar
went
Hope.
up to Sugar Hope? So you know what? I'm gonna swallow my pride. Can you train me? Because I got the crunk style, but I need to polish it up. Because remember, when Vitaly Klitschko lost to Lennox, Vladimir Klitschko's like, you know what? I might need to go on to that trainer.
Yep.
And look what happened. So you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, it's just boxing. You know, swallow your pride.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you know what? I was thinking of something similar. Do you really want to know what I want to see happen? I want to see fucking Lennox Lewis and fucking Joshua fucking men fences. I want to see Lewis in fucking Joshua's corner because, oh my fucking God, that would be a different Joshua, and I think he would be a fucking wrecking ball.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if Sugar Hill was in Joshua's corner, that shit would be amazing.
Yeah.
And he's gonna need Sugar Hill for Usyk. Believe that. Believe that.
Jedi, dude, I'm a little upset with you, man. Why you gotta open that 31-year-old wound?
Hey, that wound is opened up. It's boxing history, bro.
It hurts.
And you gotta understand, Mike Tyson is the prime example of every fighter out here. Believe it or not.
I'm still mad about that long ass count that I
No,
had to swallow.
I hear that. But check it out. But check it out, right? Like fighters, I always tell fighters to look at Mike Tyson's life because if you're gaining a lot of money and a lot of stardom, don't do what Mike did. He'll tell you that himself.
That's the blueprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint of not fucking up. And Mike even says it. You can learn from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up a lot, you know what I'm saying? I married Robin Givens. That bitch wanted my money. Fucking the reptilious motherfucker. What's his name? Fucking Don King, you know what I'm saying? That slimy reptilious motherfucker. I chased him in the fucking highway and shit because he wanted to take my money. He set me up with Desiree Washington, another filthy whore, you know what I'm saying? She took all my fucking money. I went to fucking jail. I came out, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Don't do what I did. I fucked up. Look at me. I got a fucking tattoo on my face. Tell me if that makes sense. It don't, right? So don't be stupid, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Mike Tyson right there. He'll tell you. He told Boosie, he told all them niggas on this podcast, bro. Take my life for example, bro. And it's true. Look, Errol Spence Jr. could have taken a page out of Mike Tyson's book. Why? Because Mike Tyson, too, crashed his motherfucking Mercedes-Benz into a fucking tree.
Here, right. I want to put it from a perspective of someone who's been in the ring and has lost
Right.
a lot. I've over 200 fights, right? And I've lost over 100 fights.
Right.
And I've won 76 fights out of 207 fights I had.
Right.
Right? Every single time I took a whooping, I went over and I shook the guy's hand and I said, "Good job."
Right. Right.
Every single time. When every time I got hit or whatever, I was like, "Good shot," whatever, right? That's what you're meant to do as a competitor, right? You're meant to take your defeat and go.
Right.
And there's times I was mad because referee stopped it too early, and they've been put down, but the referee stopped it too early or whatever. And you still do it, right? You still go over. You shake a guy's hand, and you say congratulations, win, lose, or draw.
Right. Right.
Right. This is boxing. This is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. Right. Respect. Right. But you drag a guy's name through the mud, and then when it comes down to it, you get your ass whooped. And he got his ass whooped.
Right.
He got knocked out. He went out in the shield. Right. Tyson Fury did what Deontay Wilder wanted to happen. He wanted to go out in the shield. Tyson Fury, put him on a shield. And even after that, right, you can't say the better man won. You can't show respect. That's what gets me as a competitor. That's what gets me as someone, who competes. That's what gets me, right?
Yeah.
And show respect, show some class. This guy has proven, unless it doesn't go his way, he's got no class. He's got no respect.
Right.
Can I interject? Can I put my little thoughts in there? And I agree with you because I've done wrestling when I was younger. I've done a bunch of sports, and the thing is that I've won a lot and I've lost as well. But the thing is that that's an intimate moment in somebody's life. It's very intimate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So for you, exactly. So for you not to pay that homage at the end of the day, because it was just you and you giving your life. One of you could have died. It's the warrior mentality. The samurai, you know what I'm saying? If you want to look at it that way, it's like
yes,
you're right. Yeah,
I'm gonna bring up history. 1964.
All I wanted to say was this: that was some beta male shit, and fuck Joe Biden too.
It was. Word up, I feel you. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up 1964.
Fuck Joe Biden, Chaplin.
I'm going to bring up 1964. Sonny Liston. Exactly how did Sonny Liston act towards Ali when at that time Cassius Clay beat him?
Oh,
he wasn't like this pillar of sportsmanship. He was pissed. Basically told fucking Ali go fuck himself.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But we're talking about different mentality here.
I know.
Yeah, Jedi. I mean, I'm sorry. But this is what I want to say about that whole thing. Is it like Jedi was bringing up the point about Mike Tyson? Guess what? Like Mike says, learn from me. So these newer boxers and athletes saw the people back in the day, and guess what? You should have learned from them that wasn't right.
Yeah. Here, but Sonny Liston, right? Sonny Liston was a different type of guy to Deontay Wilder, right?
Yeah.
He had that persona. I am a hard ass.
Yes.
It was for him, it was real.
Yeah, and he
right?
came
For
out.
him,
He came out the gate that way too, guys.
yeah, he
Brothers.
came out to get that way, right? He doesn't, he never talked. I don't know if he ever talked about God or anything like that.
No,
There, right? He's
no,
just
he
like, I'm
didn't.
gonna whip your, I'm just gonna whip you. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you, and there's
Yeah,
nothing you can do about it. That was his mentality. And
yeah,
when it happened to him, he was pissed,
yeah.
right? Deontay Wilder talks about God. He talks about
He was
forgiveness. He
humble.
talks
He was
about
humble.
respect and all this
Yeah,
bullshit.
he was humble at first, and then
Yeah,
Humble. Yeah, that last fight he was humble too. He said the better man won tonight and this and that. And
yeah,
then what happened? This, come on, man. Yeah, you're right.
it's 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 it's
Right.
it's to a point.
I'm giving you guys that. I'm giving you guys just bringing up an example though.
I know. I'm
Even
just
though the
saying.
difference between Liston and Wilder is Liston came out of prison boxing.
Yeah.
You know, Liston came out of prison boxing, so that was his mentality. That was life.
Yeah.
But guess what?
I was just using
The good point is, I'm glad you brought that up because I had no knowledge of that. I'm so happy that you brought that up because one of the things too is that from what I'm learning is that but he never switched up his style from when he came in. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. That's the
Yeah.
problem. You see,
That's
Wilder,
what I was trying to say.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wilder, what Brian's trying to say was Wilder was humble out the gate. He wasn't the tough guy. He wasn't, hey, hi, I'm Deontay Wilder, and thank you for the opportunity, and my Lord Jesus Christ. Then all of a sudden you went to, because I'm your king,
Yeah.
because I'm the man. Ain't nobody touching me, because I'm smooth. I knock you out. I like butterflies. I like
I'm
no
gonna get it in blood. I'm gonna
You know
get
what
it
I'm
in
saying?
blood. This is retribution. I'm gonna get it
Word,
in
bro.
blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I play Street Fighter, I don't Hadouken all the time. I'm nice like that. You know what I'm saying? I had Sega Genesis. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My room was painted pink. Now it's
I was
painted
just
black.
using that. I was just using that as an example, just because I always go back in history. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I always go back in history. Pick and choose. Historical moments. But you're right. Two different men, two different moralities altogether.
Right.
I do believe that Wilder should have came right, but he didn't. But then again, after losing a fight where there was so much contention and so much bad blood, you can't really be surprised that he's that way. He could have been better about it. The only reason that I was jumping on Fury about it is that he needed to be the bigger man, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Don't think that I'm trying to force my opinion on you chatters
No,
or
that's
anyone
fine.
or anyone in the panel.
It's
But
your
you
boxing
guys-
opinion. It's your
yeah,
boxing
you
opinion,
guys
brother.
in the panel know how I am. I'm a forgiving motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And I just want to do this, bro, on behalf of all the fight fans. We can actually let it out. So fuck Stella. We're gonna do a quick Godzilla roar. It's done. That's right. We just let out a scream, heard all around motherfucking YouTube and possibly on other platforms because that was the roar of the fight fans saying we are free. We don't need any more of this bullshit. We're mending here. You know what I mean? We are mending. We are not segregating, and just basically everybody is a fellow brother. And if you happen to be a woman who loves boxing, because we respect you too, you are a sister at arms. So basically, man, we got to come together. We've got to do a lot of collaborations like we're doing. We have to have understanding and respect for other people's way of thinking, which is really their opinion. Opinions are never gospel. They are only doctrine. The only time a doctrine becomes gospel, right, is when it's based in facts. And a lot of us speak in facts because we do research, which is the bridge to opinion and fact. So this is exactly why we have to stop all of this bullshit and we just have to listen to each other. That's the bottom line. We have to listen to each other because there's a lot of things going on, and I'm going to bring out the fucking word. A lot of things on YouTube in any community, because I'm part of a lot of them, is called miscommunication. And it's also knowledge envy. Now, when people have knowledge envy, like right now, the reason why people argue with each other over fucking panels is because one thinks they know boxing more than the other. Instead of just listening to themselves and say, let's see how vast this boxing knowledge of this that this man possesses can go, because maybe I can latch off of that, learn something from him that I didn't fucking know. Because let me tell you something, I'm still learning about the sport of fucking boxing. I'm
Same.
still learning about certain. We all are. There is not one fucking expert on here. No one. But there are people that are more knowledgeable than another, and that's one thing that we have to accept that with open arms. Look, here's my example. Brian may know more than me. I may know more, and this is just example. I may know more than fucking, you know what I'm saying, Jay Blues. Jay Blues may know more than OG Boogie, right? OG Boogie and fucking Fuego may know the same about the same level, the same aptitude and fucking boxing knowledge, right? That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. It's like
Yeah.
a whole color palette, and there are more color palettes. There can be more colors produced if you mix those colors, aka mix those ideas, mix
It's like
those
a
conversations.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To make more colors, aka to make on this virtual shit here another platform. So that
Yeah.
way, when everybody is on certain panels, like Mad Chad, right? Like Unrivaled, like you know what I'm saying? Piece of the Red Glove Militant, my brother, the Red Glove Militants panel,
Yeah.
my panel. These are places that we actually were built for. See, when I first got on to YouTube, I used to wait. I used to wait for these motherfuckers to broadcast, bro, or because before we didn't have live, we had videos. So we had to wait. And when them 10-minute, 20-minute videos were on, motherfuckers ate dinner to it. Motherfuckers did everything that they do to watching their favorite series or whatever just for the fucking boxing content. And now that it's gotten so bigger, there are certain motherfuckers that have all this power and they just don't know what to do with it. This is exactly why you have to understand, bro, that we all must integrate. We all must fucking communicate, bro, in order to elevate. If we cannot elevate, then we will be stagnated. And you too will stagnate your fucking style, your knowledge. So this is why everybody needs to sit the fuck down, whether we like each other or not, and do what we used to do back then. Back then, we used to have debates. You know what, motherfucker? No doubt. I love you and everything, but let's have a fucking live debate. And what would we do, bro? Back then, there was no lives. It was video for video. And who was the judge? The fight fan, our followers, our subscribers, without no racial tension, without any tension whatsoever. Motherfuckers would crack jokes on each other. Now that the lives are out, we have all this fucking power, and motherfuckers don't know what to do with. Certain motherfuckers, not all of them. And the ones that are controlling it, the ones that know how to use the fucking force, like myself and everybody I roll with, this is exactly why we have longevity. This is why we have longevity to most of you motherfuckers. This is why we've met brilliant minds like Electro Jed. We've met brilliant minds, OG Boogie. We've met Fuego and others, Philip Carl, my man Jed. You know what I'm saying? The other Jed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Jed
You know,
Kyle. Yeah.
yeah, Jed Kyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Tony Boswell. Good, honorable fucking men that all they want to do is as soon as they come home from a hard days of work, bro, they just want to fucking talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? My man Mark Unrivals in the fucking building. What's up, Mark? Here's the link if you want to come join the fucking panel. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just gotta say, man, you know, we all wield this power, right? And since we all wield this power, we must do what we have to do in order to bring the boxing world together, and it is us that's doing it. Look, you want a pure prime example? Everybody that's on that are boxing pundits or all the way over there on some shit where they're on some ESPN shit. Where do you think they get their boxing informations from as to, you know, accuracy and stuff and all the stats? They get it from us. They get it from Mark. They get it from me. They got it from Blood Boxing. They got it from the Boxing Librarian. They got it from Ross Clark. We hear our shit in their fucking speeches and their little fucking boxing essays. They get it from us. And especially during this COVID shit, a lot of motherfuckers, bro. A lot of even the motherfuckers that were up there, like Michelle Joy Phelps and Rafa, and they didn't know how to survive like we did. We survived. And this is why we take the mantle and we feel responsible. And when we come out here and we tell you motherfuckers, yo, stop fighting, bro. Everybody should just fucking talk across the board. That's what you must do. That's it. Bottom line. What's up, Mark? Welcome to the panel, my brother.
Yo, thanks for having me on, man. God bless. God bless everyone.
God bless.
What's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
Yo,
Mark, I'm tired of seeing me.
Hey, this true, Mark? You hiding from Gold Dust?
Huh?
Say what?
Is that true?
Is that true? You hiding from Goldust?
Oh man.
Yeah, Mark
Look,
don't like
man,
that stuff. Yeah, he don't.
Look, as a Christian, that really bothers me.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, we gotta
Really
take.
Then he can
He's a creepy man.
then he can virtually molest DJ Saddam.
Yeah. Thank God he's away. But Mark, I wanted to ask you. With this situation, right? With this situation, I don't know if you've been listening, but
No,
we
I
were
just got back in. I was doing some things.
okay. So with this situation with the Wilder Fury, right? Do you feel that now, knowing everything that both of these at a certain time, but that one person, which was Wilder, was holding up the division and holding up good fights. Do you feel like, as a boxing fan, that your sport of boxing is free from all of those things for that we've undergone these past fucking 5 years, bro?
No,
No, please explain to us. This is interesting.
because it hasn't been just for 5 years. Hasn't been just Wilder. It's mostly the powers within the divisions all across the board. It's not just a singular division. Why do I not have a unification to get undisputed at light heavyweight at the moment? How come I never got that between Adonis Stevenson and Kovalev? How come that's led us into a situation now with Bivol and Beterbiev, who've been holding titles for over 3 years and still haven't fought each other? How come I don't get that in the middleweight division? We're not seeing it with Charlo, we're not seeing it with Andrade, we're not seeing it with G and those guys. There's a reason for that, my dudes. It's not just one singular dude. So no. Just because Wilder's out of the picture there, that doesn't free up the idea that all of a sudden we're going to get unification after unification, champ versus champ. Because if that was the case, we would be seeing that in every division of the sport, and we don't. We don't see that.
What can we do? Is there anything we as boxing fans, we as people that are involved in all kinds of panels, is there anything we can do as a community to possibly change that?
Honestly, if there was, it wouldn't be happening because we would have already changed it.
That's true.
Do you get what I mean? Like, a lot of people will come up with 1,000,001 solutions. The reality of it is unless you're the dude with the checkbook, that's it.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah, and I 100% believe what he's saying, because we had talked about this specific subject before,
right?
And he broke it down, and it's fucking, to say the least, it's annoying that the fight fan is put at the bottom rung. Like, we no longer matter. They'll just take our money, but they don't give us what we deserve.
Right.
And it's bothersome. It drives a motherfucker crazy. That's a true fight fan.
That's true. Yeah, it does. That shit, man. I for one, I'm feeling kind of free, simply because now we know that Joshua and Usyk's are ones that would want a unification and would try their hardest to actually get a full unified champion. But when it came to Wilder, it was a bit harder for us. That's what I was speaking on, because with the not wanting to fight Joshua and wanting money, then it wasn't about money, and then and he had us going back and forth when he held the title, and then we had to fall again with Fury announcing that there was a goddamn fucking unification, but only to find out that he was fighting Wilder again for the third time. So I feel that now that Fury has it and it's away from Wilder, we won't have to deal with those Heyman and him politics and shit, right? And Finkel politics. And now we could just deal with the Bob Arum and Tyson Fury and the Frank whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm saying? Warren. Thank you, Warren. Sorry, sir, didn't want to disrespect your name. Your name slip. Frank Warren. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can actually we can actually get something going now, because knowing Arum, he'll want to make the money. So would Warren, and that would be fat. And then look, to make that shit in Wembley. Oh my goodness! Like that's the first thing they spoke about. That's the first thing they spoke about.
I got some feedback.
Yeah,
you got feedback.
Hey, hindsight.
Somebody has feedback.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, it's Fuego. Yeah, Fuego got the feedback. I muted you for a second, brother. You know what I'm saying? So now
I got feedback.
Yeah,
you got feedback.
Yeah, so now it's to a point now that I feel
that it's a definite, and if not a definite, it's a possibility,
You
right?
know,
That we may get one. Hopefully we may get one, even though they'll try to break it up as quick as they can, as soon as the motherfucker loses it or whatever. But at
yeah.
least we get to have something. I feel it. Because I feel it's in the right hands. Whether we like Bob Arum or not, look at the Tiafimo situation. He was right. Right? And as much as we didn't, a lot, because I'm not going to front. I was like, damn, he should be giving Tio a little bit of more money. But then I thought about it. He hasn't been fighting to get that money. Bob Arum was right. So if I trusted Bob Arum, especially this motherfucker whose house gave us all of these fucking fights, most of them that are great fights and legendary fights that we can debate to, across the debate table, to this day, no pun intended, I feel that, we can actually have something under this banner,
Can I just give you like my only like thing?
Yeah.
And I understand the positivity and the optimism, right?
Yeah.
The optimism. Because being a boxing fan, to continue being a boxing fan, you actually have to stay optimistic. If you're constantly pessimistic, you can't be a boxing fan. It's just impossible because you're just always pushed to one side. Bob Arum, right? Maybe. Usyk, maybe. Hernan Joshua, maybe, right? I'll give all those maybes. Do you know what my biggest issue is?
What?
With this whole thing with Wilder at the window?
What?
A few months back, Mauricio Sullivan said he was going to make Deontay Wilder the franchise champion while he still had the belt. Wilder said he wouldn't accept the title. They offered it. He said no to the franchise title. It's one of the most respectable things he's ever done in his whole career. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, I can see taking that damn title, Cotto.
Damn.
Because that title gets you out of mandatory fights.
Crazy.
Which means no Dillian White versus Fury. I can see Fury taking that, continuing to call himself the lineal, not giving a shit about the other title, so he doesn't have to do mandatories, fights whoever he wants and goes after the money fights. No undisputed. I can see that as a real thing. And I see that being the possible cock block to an actual undisputed fight happening. That's the real one. And that's the most devastating thing to even say, because I know a lot of people aren't really thinking about it at the moment.
Yeah.
But when I mention it to you, tell me it's not a possibility. And a distinct possibility, knowing Tyson Fury specifically. It's not about Bob. It's not about Eddie. It's not about the promoters there. It's about that motherfucker and what he wants to do with his own career. Because if he goes and gets the franchise, he doesn't have to do mandatories. He also can't be an undisputed champion, which also means that he can go in search of, let's say, if Joshua were to lose to Usyk, Joshua versus Fury is still more money than Usyk versus Fury, because Joshua and Fury are huge names. Unfortunately for Usyk, the reason he's going all around the world having to fight everybody is because he ain't a draw.
Right.
That is a reality, unfortunately. Yep. He ain't a draw. Right. Because if he was a draw, he'd be in his arena like Vlad. Vlad was bringing 50, 60,000 people to Germany. Usyk don't do shit like that.
Right.
It's sad, bro. He's a beast. He's a beast, but it's sad. It's true.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with you. Reg Love Militant. What's going on, brother? Yo, let us know how you feel about this, bro. Do you feel boxing is free up from the hands of Wilder, that not wanting to, as I just said, or do you feel like Mark that, we still have a long way to go?
It's kind of hard to say. Like, I mean, I think we are like we definitely, as far as the heavyweight division, because the reality is this. As much as I like to think that the heavyweight division would set the trend for the rest of the, for the rest of the sport, it's not gonna, Canelo's gonna keep doing what he wants to do. Most of these PBC guys, they're gonna do what they want to do. It's just the way that it is. But even in the heavyweight division, I mean, Mark's right. Tyson Fury, he's not really the most stand-up guy. Look at this whole situation. They were claiming that they didn't have nothing to worry about, that he could make this fight with Joshua for undisputed. And what happened? Like, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, well, and I think they knew that there was a good chance they were going to lose that arbitration. I think they purposely did all that to have us talking about it and to make this third Wilder fight bigger than what it really is, because a lot of us had no interest in this fight.
Right.
So, Tyson Fury, he's unpredictable. I mean, this is the same guy who shows up wearing a Batman costume and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's unpredictable. I thought he was gonna pull out of this third fight. I really did. Not because I thought he was afraid of Wilder or anything. I just, he doesn't seem to be big on like doing these kinds of rematches. Like, he had no problem rematching Chisora, but he didn't really want to rematch Vladimir Klitschko, and he also has a history of pulling out of fights,
Yeah.
So it's just, when it comes to Tyson Fury, he's so unpredictable. I think everything that Mark said is absolutely possible. He could get franchised. He could, for all we know, he could retire tomorrow. Like, I mean, there's just so much. There's so many things that could go on when the possibilities are endless normally, anyways. But with Tyson Fury, he's like a multiverse of fucking possibilities. Like, we don't know what the fuck this guy's gonna do. Like, we could end up finding out that he went on a coke binge last night, and he's he's in rehab next week. All these things are literal possibilities. Nothing that I said or Mark said or anybody else says about this guy is out of the realm of possibility. He just is what he is. So I would love to think that him and Usyk, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think as much of an AJ fan as I am. I knew AJ could beat Ruiz in the rematch. I don't know that he could beat Usyk in the rematch. I after seeing that first fight,
I can understand that. I can understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like that. What's up, everybody? Welcome 150 Dream Team to the panel.
Team, man.
150 M.
God bless 150.
Can I just say one thing very quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
What's up, Huckleberry? I said that earlier just before you talked, but I didn't realize I was on mute. So
okay.
Yeah, what's up with y'all, man? How y'all been today? Y'all good?
Yeah, just
all
chilling,
good.
brother. Chilling, brother.
Well, so now that you're on here, let us know, man. Just having a cipher.
Hell yeah, man. So check it out, 150. I want your quick your quick thoughts on do you feel that, as a boxing fan, that boxing is free from all the politics that we went through with these guys holding up the division at that certain time, or do you feel like, we still have a long way to go?
I think we got a long way to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury, I think he's next in line to fight Dillian White, right? I believe so. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Usyk got a couple mandatories. I think he got Joey Joyce, and I think the other one, who's the other mandatory he got? I forgot who it was. I think
he doesn't actually have a mandatory.
Yeah, he got Joyce. He still got to fight.
He only has Joyce and Josh.
Okay.
So he has the Joshua fight, and then like by November next year, I think it's Joyce. PBC were pushing that it's Hellenius, but Usyk doesn't have a mandatory with Hellenius. The reason being is WBA Super only has a mandatory if the regular champion is unable to fulfill the duty. So the truth of it is Hellenius is actually really the mandatory to Trevor Bryan. He's not the mandatory to Usyk. That was just promotion on the PBC. That's all that was.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was thinking of Hrgovic. They were saying Hrgovic was his man, though. That's not true?
No, Hrgovic ain't no mandatory for anybody.
Yeah,
it's
that
for
was
Trevor Bryan.
Okay. Yeah, I think people
Yo,
just
but does
compare
unification trump everything? No.
What was that?
That's
What
only
was
with
that?
the IBF, my dude.
I'm
The
just saying,
only
no, what I'm saying, like, does unification trump everything? So let's say
That's
if you
only with
say,
the IBF. It's only with the IBF. It's not in the WBA's rules, WBC's, or WBO's. Only the IBF have that within the rules where unification can trump a mandatory.
Yeah, and then we got some new guys on the come up. You know, Big Baby, French Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? They got some pretty good wins, pretty impressive wins last night. And then Usyk got the rematch with Joshua as well. So I think we got a lot of shit ahead of us, man.
Yeah, we definitely do, man. Oh yeah, we definitely do, man. Before I close out, man, I just want to thank everybody. This has been the very first. I mean, this shit's been running for a while. Late Night Boxing Talk, the original Late Night Boxing Talk, and this is the first time that I've ever had anyone on the panel. I had a co-host, but of course he fucking dropped dead somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. What was his name? That kid. He passed Rob, Rob, yeah.
Quantum Rob, I already
Yeah.
passed away. Rest in peace to Quantum Rob.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah.
That's
Hold on.
just to let people know you don't know what happens in the future. So treat your present for your future, so you can have good memories and good like things you leave to people to think about you, to let you know that you still exist in this world through your memories and your spirit.
There you go. Wise words from OG Boogie, no doubt. Now I'm gonna go down the line, and as I go down the line, I'll be basically walking you out the room. We're dropping you off. So first, I'm gonna say, to Fuego, my brother, thank you for showing up. It was an honor having you. This is the first, won't be the last for Late Night Boxing Talk. But thank you very much, man, for your insight, my brother. You have anything before you go? You want to say anything before you go? Fuego?
Yeah, I do. My bad. I was just switching from some shit. All I want to say is this: is that I'm glad we have different opinions.
Yeah,
and that, like you were saying earlier, everybody, like I'm sure some people look into a certain aspect of boxing, maybe the lower weights, somebody in the middleweight division, others the heavyweights, and everybody focuses on one thing. But then when we come to a panel, everybody spits their knowledge, and then we can marinate on it and talk about it, and then do some research on it later on, and then come back and spit some more knowledge on it and learn from each other. And I appreciate that. That's why I love this channel, man.
Thank you, my brother. No doubt in the channel, and I love you back, bro, and we all do too, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? My man Fuego, that was Fuego. Red Glove Militant, you have anything you want to say before you bounce, brother?
Yeah, thanks for having me, everybody. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, I just want to say, for the record, as a Christian man, Mark had no problem with Gold Dust asking me about balls.
Hey, yo, bro, that's between you and your God, bro.
Good one, brother. That's another thing, no doubt, brother. Thank you, man. No doubt. That's my brother, Red Glove Militant, no doubt. Mr. Mark Unrivaled, do you have anything you want to let the boxing fans know before you bounce, brother?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, optimism is the key to success and enjoying the sport. Keep your dreams a possibility. Hope for the best, but also remember that if you get slapped on the ass on your way out, that's par for the course in this cruel mistress. Also, the last thing I'd like to say is, if this man in my avatar becomes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, this photo will be a tattoo on my body. Usyk looking down on the world. I swear to God. So thanks for having me on, Kodo. Fellas, I hope you all have a great night, great few days. It's been a terrific weekend of boxing. The last few weeks have been epic in proportion to what's been going on from Usyk becoming unified, and God bless each and every one of you.
Hell yeah, you too, my brother.
God bless, Mark.
Much love.
Yeah, peace out, Mark.
No doubt.
Much
No
love,
doubt.
Mark.
My brother J
RGM.
Blues. My brother J Blues. You have anything you want to say before you bounce, my brother?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Jedi. It's always a blast, man. Y'all was chomping at the bit tonight, man. So I just I hit the bowl 2 or 3 times and fall back, let y'all chop it up, man. But
no
until
doubt,
next
brother.
time, man, everybody take care. Have a great week. Peace and love, man.
Toke one for me, man. Toke one for me.
Always,
Have a
brother.
good
Thank
one,
you,
Jay
Jay
Blue.
Blues, my brother. Always a pleasure. This is your home too, my brother. Any day, no doubt. My brother, Brian Hawkin. You have anything you want to leave for the boxing fans, brother?
Yeah. I
Electro Jet is my friend.
yeah, you're my best friend. Okay.
Oh shit, good one, brother. All right,
Um,
Brian, no doubt.
I love this sport, brutality and all. Hate the politics of boxing, right? I don't
Right.
think that will ever change.
Right.
But when these guys step into the ring, right, and they put everything on the line, you got to respect it.
Yeah.
But respect has to be given back to us, the fans. And if it's not, I'm going to hold these guys up and say, you know what? You did not hold up your end of the bargain. If you don't hold up your end of the bargain as a boxer or as a promoter or whatever, I'm not going to hold up my end of the bargain as a fan. And we've got to hold to that, because if we don't, we're giving them an avenue we give them an avenue, an escape avenue. And what I mean is, if we don't get what we want, we don't buy their pay-per-views. If they don't give us what we want as fans, then we say, F you, you ain't getting the money from us until you do what the general consensus of fans want and put on the best fights.
Hear you, no doubt, brother. No
And
doubt.
thanks for having me on, Jay.
Always.
Everyone on the panel, it's been a pleasure. And everyone have a good one. And just remember, guys,
Brian is my friend.
Peace, my
and
brother.
an echo chat. You're my best friend.
All right, my brother. God bless you, man. No doubt. Of course, the man with the bandana, Electro Jed. You want to leave something for the fight fans before you bounce, brother?
Yeah, I want. First of all, I want to say this. This past week has been an extraordinary week for sports, for boxing. This weekend has been, it's been more than just. I'm not going to say the fight between Wilder. I combined both their names. The fight between Fury and Wilder was not historic, but it was definitely a good fight. It was a worthwhile, what do you call it? It was worthwhile third fight. Third fight. That being said, though, you guys, you need to everybody go in there. If you're going to be a true fight fan, be a fight fan. Don't be a fair weather fan. Um, on top of that, I just want to say, for the first time, though, I hope you don't mind me, Jay, saying this, but for the first time, I'm going to be on my channel and I'm going to talk about boxing on my channel. I never do that. I usually do other stuff, but for the first time, I'm going to talk about what happened this weekend, and I'm going to have a panel up there. It's going to be most of these guys, and I would like for all of y'all to come and check it out. It's going to be Wednesday. We're going to talk about this, and this is I hope for goodness sake that it'll be the last time we talk about the Fury Wilder fight, but that's going to be the main focus. We're going to talk. I want to talk about the problems in boxing, because I have an issue with the politics. I wanted to get into it tonight, but we were focused in on something else. But I definitely want to get into the politics of boxing, and I really want to see what everyone's got to say, including you, Jay and OG. It's important for me to know what your opinions on this politics is going on.
Oh, definitely.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. No, definitely.
I'm gonna be there, Electro
So,
Jet. Yeah, I'm gonna come up.
if you want to if you want to come, it's going to be Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be there.
just
Hell yeah.
come to the channel. It's the same name, Electro Jed, and you're more than welcome. It's going to be a closed panel. It's not going to be open to everybody, because I have a select few people that I want to be up there, because I really want to have this discussion. And we'll take input from the chat. We'll put the questions up there, but I really want to. It's for my own sake mostly, to get this out and see what other people have to say if they feel like I do, like you did today, Jay.
No doubt, bro.
On top of that, I just want to say, be good to each other, please. if you're doing well, try to help somebody out that's less fortunate than you. Do it anonymously. Do it from your heart because it'll do better for you. It'll make you feel better as well as help somebody that's unfortunate.
No
Yeah,
doubt, my brother.
thank you for
Yes,
having me
sir.
on.
Legend.
Always, brother. Always, Electro. Mi casa, tu casa.
Electro, you're my best friend.
No doubt, that was Electro Jet. No doubt, my brother 150 Dream Team. No doubt, everybody go check out his channel. You know what I'm saying? The boy is hot. You know he got the raps as well. Go check him out.
150M.
No doubt. So let me know, brother. You have anything you want to let the fight fans know before you go, my brother? You can plug your channel, whatever, brother.
Oh yeah. I just want to say, I think Deontay Wilder should retire, man. If he's taking punishment like that, man, that's not good at all. It's not a good look, man. I think he should retire, man. He's set for life. He has hella money. And I also wish I was here a little bit earlier. My fault. I came a little
Nah,
late.
it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Yeah. And what Electro just said a few minutes ago, man. Yeah, that shit means a lot, man. My uncle just passed away today. You feel me?
Man.
So,
My condolences, brother.
My condolences, my brother.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all like brief story of what happened, man. This literally all happened today, man. You know what I'm saying? So what Electro just said, hey, that shit means a lot, man. He's right. You gotta help people that's less fortunate. Because my uncle, he was sleeping in hotels and shit. And my dad helped him out, trying to get back on his feet and shit. He was a little sick prior to this, but he said he was feeling a little weak and all. And then today, bro, I was on Match Chat panel. I got off. I was about to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad said, call 911. I was in the room. I didn't know what that was going on. So I heard him. I looked across the room. He's yelling my uncle's name. He yelled him like 10 times, man. My uncle, man, he's laying on the couch, man. He's like stiff. He's cold, heart not beating and shit. He fucking died, man. That shit is crazy, bro.
Yo, bro, I'm sorry you went through that, man.
Yeah, man. That shit crazy, man. It's the first time I seen a dead body, man. I wasn't even scared. I was just shocked, man. I was just surprised. Like I wasn't expecting that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, brother. No doubt. Listen, man, if you need, anyone to talk to or shit like that, brother, you know what you could do, bro. I'm here for you, my brother.
Yeah, you can hit me up too, 150.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm good, man. I talked to Man Chad and Mark about it. They already know. You know what I'm saying? Some other guys as well. But yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. Life is short, man. Just cherish your life with your loved ones as much as you can and respect everybody, man.
That's all I gotta say. You too, man. God bless you, man. Everybody go check out my boy
150M.
No doubt. And of course, my man OG Boogie, my brother, man, you want to leave the fight fans with something?
Yeah, I just want to let y'all know, look, see all this thing that was brought up, topic and boxing and all that. Yes, it's a sport. These promoters got to get their heads out of their ass. Even though Don King and Bob Arum didn't like each other, but they brought the best fights back in the days because they knew they had to work together to make the amount of money that they created by giving us the right fucking fights.
You're right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But in reality, all of y'all, just like everybody, like Electro Jed, like everybody was saying, regardless of how diverse this world is, we all the same.
Right.
Okay. We all children of Allah, God, Buddha, all that creation and religious stuff. Okay. Just look at the next man, next woman, and respect that person when they give you respect. So you give back the respect. So once people mutually give respect to one another, then it could be better. Why? Because y'all respecting each other for who you are, what you are, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So in those words, Wakanda forever.
No doubt, brother. God bless you, man. No doubt. And of course, myself, before I see myself out, if you guys want to donate to the channel, man, you can hit the Cash App at $TheBoxingJedi, or you can go to PayPal and hit me up at paypal.me/JCotto Fight Page. Now, before I go, I want to talk to you guys real fast and let you know that Late Night Boxing Talk is a brand, okay? And I know other people they use it
late night boxing talks, and I respect that. But understand, I was here first. This thing that I did here tonight, it was strategically planned. I brought different demographics of gentlemen on the most important show that talks about boxing, where everybody's been through here, just like Top Rank, just like fighters been through Top Rank. Everybody's been through the Boxing Jedi's late night boxing talk. You had Rosclad on here, you had Mark Unrivaled, you had Electro Jed, you had OG, okay, you had J Blues, you had different boxing minds on this panel, and we all agreed, and then we disagreed, but then we agreed again. And the number one thing we agreed upon was communication. There were a lot of keys that we hit tonight on this panel and on this show. Always remember that Late Night Boxing Talk will always be the most powerful boxing talk show on YouTube, because it'll always bring you the fucking truth. Understand that. Me, as an uploader, my responsibility is to reach out to you the best I can to help you understand the sport of boxing. And if I need help from someone else, as to my fellow brothers, that upload, I will reach out to them and they will come and fucking school you if you needed it. It really doesn't matter. The whole point here is that at the end of the day, if you're going to take someone's attention, you have to make sure that you're not wasting their time. My name is Jay Cotto, the Boxing Jedi. Thank you for joining. Please donate to the channel if you can. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys.
And you may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
There's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Take another right. We're in deep trouble again. Write this down. Write this down.
You dream of fights like this, but the greatest ever been